Hey.
All right.
This is Bookie's idea.
Everybody bring it in. Let's go on. Let's get this out the way. But let's get the toast up. We want to most definitely be respectful and continue the tradition with respect. So go ahead and lift your glass. Everybody get your glass. We all fall, but we say don't trip. We all been called, but we all stall a bit. We all stand tall until that time we slip. Just admit, without the grace of God,
I'm really bad at this.
And we're back, brothers. Out the gate.
Out the gate.
What?
Turn my headphones up if you can.
All right.
With the sign language.
I know.
Yeah.
I was telling you, just say it.
Just with the sign language.
Listen.
Oh,
I walk in, and this is the topic at hand. I walk in, and it is
Holy Cougars.
Holy Cougars are the wave.
Cougars.
are the wave.
Yeah, the Cougars on the way. Them holy widows.
That's the wave right now. Is that what the streets are saying, Bookie? Is that what you're saying?
That's what the streets of gold. My ears to the streets of gold. That's what they say.
Hey, man.
Why?
Imagine being afraid to talk to a girl. You got God on your side.
Okay.
She done cashed in an insurance policy. She a couple years older. She established. And you single and she's single and I'm supposed to be afraid to talk to her? Man, please.
I know exactly what you're
Cha-ching, homie. Let's go.
And are you guys saying the streets of gold are paved with these ladies?
Yes.
These ladies that are out there.
Now Bookie said that. I'm gonna leave him with that. But we trying to figure out why it's so many single dudes that seem eligible and there's so many ladies that seem eligible and they not meeting. What's going on?
That's what we talking about.
What's wrong?
Yeah.
And Bookie was saying like he feel like it's a little bit of intimidation there because some of the women are more established than the men.
So like now.
What do we do? Okay, all right. Let's just say all of our wives were more established. You think you would be scared to talk to the women that they are today? Or I'm just saying, whenever you met them.
First of all, my wife.
Let's just say you changed this because that might have been the case. That's my case. We can get into that in a minute. But she's more established than you.
My wife was more established than me. My wife was pretty much a holy cougar, so I ain't never scared.
Boogie?
Yeah, me and my wife was like on the same.
So
way.
you got it.
But I've never been scared to. You know what I'm saying?
So let's say she didn't say she made 3 times as much as you did, but she still liked you the same way. How would you feel about that?
It wouldn't bother me.
Sound like a sugar mama to me. Let's go.
She see that's not how you're supposed to.
Why
that was James who said that.
That was James.
Yes.
That was James. No games.
That was James. That was not Bookie who said that.
Ain't nobody got time to play. Why should I be intimidated because my girl make more money than me? Hey, if she about that life, she's still gonna be the same type of lady that God would approve of.
And I think
and I'm in.
And I think for most of them, if they know the guy is hardworking, he's he is at least taking care of himself in the best he can. Like she knows he's doing the best he can at providing, and is she willing to take that on and maybe encourage him to maybe do more or just be cool with that just because of how cool he is?
Hey, some of these ladies you're not gonna catch. I'm just saying. Come on now, somebody. Let's say take like a Megan Good for example. Making Hollywood money.
Why are we? All right, let's go with that. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, somebody making Hollywood money, you're not gonna catch them.
That's Hollywood. Let's bring it down.
Yeah,
Why?
But Why? But I got people around me I know single women that are entrepreneurs, single women that are
homeowners.
Homeowners that are. We
really know them.
Pharmacists, teachers.
There you go.
All of that. You know what I'm saying? And our Christian women that are single. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And so, I mean, this is 2024. When you look at the stats, women are winning.
Yeah.
Women are winning.
Yeah.
Especially minority women. They winning.
Killing it.
Yeah. And so, I don't think a man shouldn't be intimidated by that. You can still be a man and hold it down, and your girl still make more than you,
even if you don't catch her salary. Like it's no catching it in sight.
Yeah. You got to deal with that insecurity as a man.
I think so.
Yeah, and you know, like a real godly woman, wouldn't shove that in your face.
Nope.
At the end of the day, they still want a man,
a
real man, a godly man, and you can still be that real godly man and still salary be below your girls.
You got to think of it like this: you can't be like, it ain't her fault she make more money than you.
Yeah,
you know, if we digging each other, we digging each other. As long as I make enough that she's okay, and she's like, okay, I mean, he's doing what he's doing, and she knows this going into it, and she's cool with that. And I think a lot of them would, but it's just unfortunate because, like you say, James, I don't know who said that part, but dudes be intimidated.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how
that's what
I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of guys are intimidated by these women.
But let me slow down though. I can understand that. I can understand being intimidated by that. I'm not saying, oh, nigga, you stupid for no, because you be like, she ain't gonna really, because she can tell me about real estate, and I feel like I should be, like you said, she a homeowner, and I don't own nothing.
Yeah.
How do I date that?
Fam, my girl taught me how to drive, bro. Okay? Let's talk. I'm saying, let's go all the way with it.
That's a whole different conversation.
Let's go.
That is very strange.
I'm saying,
James like, sitting at a lap, hold the steering wheel.
Yes, that is a little weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got to know, like, it's a lot of different situations out here. So my wife is older than me, double digits older. So I'm coming into this, you know, I'm like 20, and it's just like I'm green in a lot of different areas, but I want to catch up. Like, I want to surpass in certain ways so I can, you know, step up and pull my own weight. So the first thing I'm doing is like, man, I got to figure out how to drive. She can't be driving me around no longer. This got to get over. This got to be over with soon. I couldn't even drive.
Yeah, I started driving at 19, so I don't feel that bad.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't like, and then but we from LA, right? So how old did you have friends driving? How early?
Man, you know, we had before high school was over, we was driving around.
I'm just not saying us, period. I'm just about friends who had license. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 16, they was getting licensed.
I had my first car at 15.
So exactly. So I'm a person who's getting one 4 years later after that. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I've had some experience and you know, with no license. Don't recommend that. But I'm saying legally driving, I wasn't 19. I was on a bus, and then all of a sudden I was driving at 19, and then 21 came around. Like,
yeah.
Then that's a whole nother world. Now we drinking.
Right.
Yeah,
legally.
That's something different.
That is something different. So now you in the club and like, they can really pass you around. But anyway, we'll digress. But,
hey, it's just one of those things where it seems like people want to be in relationships.
But why they got to be Cougars? What do we call them?
Holy Cougars.
Holy Cougars. Anyway.
Here's why. Here was the thesis. We were saying, like,
please.
Most people get married traditionally from our generation. They was getting married earlier, like right, meeting in college?
Meeting in college
and work.
Yeah, your workplace
and church.
Yeah,
and so late 20s, you locking it in, but then right around late 30s, you find out who this dude or who this lady really is, and so it start to get weird after most of this stuff fall apart 9-10 years in. You find out dude ain't no good or she ain't no good, so then they back in the pool, and some of them is quality. So they might have a little divorce settlement, they might have all kinds of little stuff going on. They gonna be more established than you. And I'm saying, like, fellas, like, get on that. Somebody done did half the groundwork. They done left them half a house.
James,
y'all not
on to something, dude.
Y'all not paying attention, man.
God, the light just came on.
This was the conversation when you walked in. Me and James today having a conversation.
All I'm saying is I get it now.
You married the wrong dude, but you got something out of it. Now that's part 2. Take 2.
Holy Cougars.
Holy Cougars, fam.
And they like, I can mold him. I can mold him. You know what I'm saying? Make who I want him to be. Hey. And then like this younger generation, the girls want to play more than the guys. You be like, The guys be ready to settle down. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, yo.
Yeah, it's a jungle out there, and it's wild.
But we talking about the Christian industry, though.
But just in the house of the Lord, I think you own to something, James. I swear. And I think describing it like that, I think some brothers might step up this week. Like, James is like, yeah, I need to see it like that.
Don't miss your blessing, man. She might be right there. Mortgage almost paid off.
AJ nothing but a number. What he said?
The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. I think I seen that before. This dude done wasted 10 years of her life, but she got an 800 credit score out of it. You feel me? She got a little equity.
And she just needs somebody who's going to be consistent and honest.
She done already seen what she don't like about relationships, so she halfway home as far as getting herself together anyway.
She ready to get you that lawnmower. She ready to get you that
John Deere.
Yep, that John Deere.
You ready to get on that John Deere?
She ready to just
better come on.
Somebody just slide on in and go on and just play the part. Get up and get early. Get up on that John Deere.
Man, it's Christian women out here that's waiting, bro. Like, yeah, I was telling James, I got homegirls that like really Christian, and they like
he do too.
They like they like Bookie. You ain't got no friend. Like, man, all my friends is married.
We do have all some friends some male friends that could get it in if they was seeming to be.
It can't be weird though.
Hey, that's the next part of it.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Christian brother can't be weird, bro.
You can't be asking the Holy Cougars if they watch anime. You can't do that.
You got to slide that on later. You got to slide that. Yeah, you got to tuck that because if that's your
you can't lead with the anime, bro. That work at 20.
And you can't be lame like trying to holler at her either, bro. Like
I'm gonna tell you,
have some about yourself.
I'm gonna tell y'all one of the secrets is that's good. This is for all the single men out there.
Here we go,
Christian men. I'm really this. I'm gonna give you a major key, like Khaled would say. This is a major. If you can just straight up make them laugh, you're good.
Oh, that's a fact.
If you can do that, right? But if you can't do that and you're real corny, at least figure out how to make them have a good time.
That's a fact. We said that. That's what me and Bookie was saying.
And it's different
you got
for
here.
every woman. So don't be thinking, oh, well, man, if I just show up with some flowers and some whatever, that might not work. Because my girl don't even like flowers.
Yeah. And definitely don't pull up with no plant.
We've learned that.
We've learned that.
Especially if it's humongous.
No, listen.
And your spouse might feel like we really don't have no room for that. That's the turnoff. But anyway, you try to go big or go home. You thinking like home run. But anyway,
I would sing like silly songs to my wife. She's just my coworker at the time.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to really crush on her. So I'm starting to really just try to, make her laugh or whatnot. So I'm singing different songs, silly songs that make everybody around us laugh because it's like a bunch of us in the cubicle, right?
Yeah.
The cubicles. And so she was like, will you shut up? Like, stop singing these songs. I'm like, I'll stop singing if you go out with me. Because she kept saying, I don't date people that I work with. I'm like, I get that. So one of us got to quit. And I can't really quit right now. So I just kept on singing and just making, just silly stuff that was on the radio at the time.
Yeah.
And it made her laugh, bro. So I'm with you on that. Because I didn't have nothing else to offer. I'm on the bus. I ain't got no money. I barely got any game. I don't have nothing.
At the end of the day, they're going to have to enjoy your company.
Facts.
You got to have Jesus and personality, bro.
Both.
Man, do we need like a 3-day seminar on that?
But most, I'm going to say on my side, for the cats I know, they got most of Jesus.
No personality.
And they crush their personality trying to, I don't know.
Yeah, they're going to be hitting that
present themselves
box
in a certain way. I'm going to try to help free them up. I'm going to try to help.
I see the potential there. I just wonder, like, what's the disconnect, man? Because
if you want to get married, now some cats I don't believe want to get married, but if I'm talking about for the cats who want to get married, I'm telling you, major key right there.
No, I think half these dudes that say they don't want to be married, they lying to themselves. You don't have a gift. You don't have a gift, dog. Half y'all lying to yourself.
Nah,
you don't have the gift.
I don't know. The Lord might just put it on my heart. Maybe I need to start a Christian plug. You know what I'm saying? Like dating plug. You know what I'm saying? Like start Christian events. Like,
that's what I'm about to say.
Exactly. Have this get down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the best.
I'm really bad at this Christian hookup.
No, yes.
Really bad at dating.
Yeah, really bad at dating.
Really bad at dating.
We about to throw an event. Wait, we about to throw an event, bro.
Really bad at dating.
Rent the joint out, kind of
speed dating.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey. Really bad at this date night.
We got numbers.
Night.
And I don't mind being yo, hey, come holler at my homegirl. Yo, this is such. Hey, some brothers need that little push. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
And single brothers, I'm gonna tell you,
you onto something, boo.
All the married dudes know where the single women at, because they women either your woman done told you, and you just know them at church. When we talking about the streets of gold, we talk about in the streets of gold. I love how you put that, in the streets of gold, where these holy cougars are at. Brothers.
Hey, and we can't leave out the 60-year-olds. They need love too.
Yes.
Mom's a widow.
Yeah, see?
Hey, moms need a friend, you know what I'm saying?
Wasn't no age limit on cougars. There wasn't no age limit on that.
And old folks can play games too. See, game night for everybody. Good food, games. Look, light bulb. But anyway, I
nothing like having a companion at bingo. Can you imagine that?
And I don't want to act like some married know-it-all. Nah, I just want to get the right people in the room. Trust me, right? We know how to do that. We're not trying to be like, oh, this is why you're single and we're all the because we really bad at this. I know I'm really bad at marriage too, especially lately. But we'll get on that later. Well, guys, I'm glad we're back. We're back, and we're hopping into some. Well, Jerrold, how was the trip?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that. I was like, man, this dude is out here. This man, one post got me, and I was going to ask you since I seen you.
What's that?
Man, you had this picture. This man was in the hot tub with bubbles.
Yes.
Another hot tub.
Another hot tub. What's up with the brothers in the hot tub?
When he get the bubbles, he just feel like, oh, I gotta go. I gotta get online. Somebody gotta see this.
This man had his toes out the water, wifey behind you. I was like, oh, he having a good time.
That man ain't never met a hot tub he didn't love to take a picture of himself in.
I was scared to skip to the next picture.
Don't swipe.
Don't swipe left.
Don't swipe left.
Bruh, that was this little place, this little spa where it's open like that. Bruh, we got to bring that here. Man, we was like, this is so easy. Because they closed them little bays that we were in like garages. Like the same thing like a garage will go up. Like they close it. They got to close at the end of the day, but it's facing what y'all seen. And it's like 40 degrees out there. And it's cold. But yeah, but it's kind of like secluded and private, but it's really a bathtub. That's really what it is. You're supposed to be bathing in it.
I said this man ain't got on nothing but beads on this picture.
He got the beads on.
Got the beads on. Oh, this is Christian after dark. This man about to be in Facebook jail over this picture.
Again. He just got out. Fresh out.
About to go back in.
Boy, you ain't
violated parole.
He just like your boy, never home, just visiting.
Bruh, so that was like, one of the days. But I'm going to tell y'all, New Zealand, unbelievably beautiful. Like, picture-esque, as they say, like storybook. Now, this is where they didn't shot Lord of the Rings, right? It's actually on the northern island. We was on the southern island. But beautiful, bruh. And it just stayed like that, and it's just quiet. But it was like spots where you can go that's just cracking, like tourist spots where it's just like you're going to see everybody going. And then where we stayed, the place we stayed is Queenstown, but we was in this little suburb in the cut. So we could get away from everybody. So it was like real secluded, real quiet where we stayed. But then, of course, as y'all can see in some of that stuff, we went to where the action was. So it was super, super beautiful. And here's the crazy part. This is like my third time leaving the country. And I learned something every time. And this is that was interesting about this place that I learned. That there is places on the earth where people don't see us as black people. Like we're viewed here in America. I know that's how we are here. It's like, of course they see you as black people. Nah, over there they only see you as American, and they hear it in your accent, and it's cool because you the foreigner over there, and that's all they view you as. They don't view you as lesser than or more than, because they don't come from that context. And them and people from Australia, they were telling me it's the kind of similar. One, my cousin has been there for a couple of years. He's married to a woman she's Ethiopian via Australia though. She grew up in Australia for the most part. So they know both of the cultures, and that's predominantly who's there. Because a lot of people from Australia, when they go on vacation, like going to Vegas, they're gonna go to New Zealand. It's like 3 hours, right? Flight. So they just go and kick it. And people skydiving. That's like the everyday thing they just do. Snowboard, all the little skiing, all the kind of stuff you can do on ice there. But they have these little go-kart things, these luge. That's what they're called, the luge. And they're not mechanical. I mean, they're not motorized. They're like mechanical, and it's just because it's using the slope that you're going down. Yeah. First of all, to keep the momentum.
It's like
going.
Gravity.
Yeah, gravity, and it has like a little thing on there to brake, whatever. But it's unbelievable. You got to go. We had to go up a gondola and then go up. Tawana couldn't finally make it because it was too much walking. But you had to go up a gondola and then get up on one of those. Open gondolas that people get on, and that be just hanging in the air with their skis, with your little contraption hooked to the bottom of it, and that's it. And then you go up even higher, and then you kind of roll down, and you have to walk back up.
So it's like a lift, but for luge, a luge lift, and y'all going up,
and you going up high. I got some video on the show I haven't posted yet.
How long is the ride down?
It's like it's probably about a good 10, 15 minutes.
The ride down.
It lasts that long?
And then you got to walk up.
That's a long time.
And you start up so high. Like you starting at like almost seem like at least half of the Eiffel Tower.
Is there somewhere to tap out? Can you tap out on that?
And look, this is where T tapped out. It was under construction, a part of the going up the walking ramp.
Yeah.
So she already is scared of heights. We didn't already rent up the little gondola ride, and she don't even want to look on that.
Yeah.
So we're already up super high. You know how they have scaffolding on the side of a building? Mm-hmm. That's what they had as temporary walkway. Mm-hmm. But a wrap. But you know how they had a little commercial wrap that be on buildings? But it was commercial wrap, but it was still 100% scaffolding with these little stairs on it. She was like, nah.
Was it transparent? Can you see out?
Yes.
Nah, that's a wrap.
And it's the side. It's the side of a mountain, bro.
Yeah, no, thank you, bro. It's not that I won't want to. My body will stop. So I feel you, T. My body will just shut down.
That's where you had to keep walking up to get to it. Because then once you got over there to scaffolding, we saw everybody getting their helmet and getting a little thing or whatever. But then, like I said, then from there they got on another thing that went even higher.
So where's the one that
wasn't enclosed? You just out like old school ski. I was like, what?
So did y'all just jump in where y'all could go down?
We got to that scaffolding. I mean, whatever you call that, and then it was like, nah. This dude came up. He was like, man, walking back up because it's like you paid for 3 little rounds of that. So you go down once, you can come back up because you got to go up like I said, the little thing to get to this place.
Right.
And then you pay for a ticket for that, but it's only one way up and then one way down. So when you go up there, you got to go do your thing. They expect you to, ride that thing. So you go up even higher, essentially, and go down and then walk back up to this place. And I'm saying you got to pretty much walk it over, like from the beginning, to get. So she would have to have gone through that process 3 times. She was like, nah. But anyway, we had way more fun. We went to we seen some birds, some nocturnal. Guy got some stuff, dude. We see some nocturnal birds, dude. That look like giant, like chickens. They gray with no wings. And they just got a round head. So they shape like round and then round like this. They only come out at night. They at this little farm that you gotta go in the room. Look. And it's dark. They trying to preserve them because they've been falling off. It's like endangered species like status. So the
wingless chickens?
Dude. It's called a kiwi bird.
Okay.
Wingless. But look, these animals is smart. This is another one. But it got a brain of like a 4-year-old, like person. So it's gonna interact with you, not like normal bird. And I got the other ones, like the birds that was trying to get in the car. I don't know if y'all seen that video.
I seen that one.
But those parrots, they just as smart. So they see you eating, they like, dude, you got some food. like, and they interacting with you, like open the door, like We know you, and they like, you can't feed them though, because our diet, is not their diet. But it's like they know you got food, bro, and they was picking at feet. They not scared. We used to stomping at birds and they leaving. These birds is hopping and interacting with you and pecking at your shoe. You like, dude, God got some crazy stuff out here. And that little a wingless chicken that looked like it ain't got no eyes or nothing at night. You just see this thing just bumping around. I swear,
I've been seeing that thing in my sleep, dog.
You would not want to see what it is with the side of the road.
I didn't know he was talking about a kiwi, though. I didn't sound like he was describing something way different.
Kiwi bird. That's what it looked like. And we were sitting there. You had to go into place and let your eyes adjust. They say it's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes for your eyes to adjust in the dark tank that you're in. But once it does, and then you see that thing moving, you be like, and it's in a glass container, and they keep them all separate because they super territorial. So then it's like 4 of them in there, and you seeing them run back. So that was a trip, but it's just super beauty, and you got to adjust. You can't be like, oh, these white people tripping off of me like we be doing here. Like, I wonder if none of that. Hey, everybody's super friendly. Hey, how you doing? Where y'all from? LA. Oh, for real? Cool. Boom, boom. The legal age to drink out there is 18. So you think it would be wild. It's not. But it is a police state, Bookie. You won't see the police hardly at all. But they recording everything. CCTV everywhere.
Really?
And it ain't no arguing in court. I didn't do blah, 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 blah. Niggas on record. Niggas was done.
Hit the play.
You parked in the wrong spot where you ain't parked. Ticket. No,
whenever you get it later, you might get it later.
No rights. You get pulled over just standard. They don't want people drinking and driving. They really serious about it. So it's no rights. My cousin was like, hold up, why y'all pull me over? What's it? Oh, you American.
You got something to say.
Oh, you think probable cause and all that? No, we don't have that here. Everybody gets pulled over for it, and then it's cool because the white people be like, yeah, everybody, me too, everybody. But I'm like, it didn't feel bad. I mean, we didn't get sweated, but you have to think about it. People are not doing anything because they know they being recorded everywhere. So you rolling, but you don't need a lot of police. Think about it. At the same time, you don't need like 20 or 30 cops rolling around there. If something jump off, you send a few people there, but we know if you was speeding.
They over there in Minority Report. They can see everything.
But look, it's look, it's like Minority Report with dolphins. With like tranquility. You like, dang, waterfalls, like, man, this is unbelievable. And it's a place where it hasn't been that populated that long. So you know how like most places have had, but Britain came over there and
got busy.
It was an indigenous people there.
Went over there and got busy.
But it's cool because the indigenous people are still like, they said it 20% of the population. So that's not that bad. But
that's good.
You was 100. It was 100 at one point. Yeah. Now it's just 20%.
Boy, we wild.
Everybody that's here now is y'all. So
we wild for that.
So yeah, that story is there too. But it was beautiful. It's crazy looking at your clock because it's like 26 hours ahead. So I'm looking at the clock of our time and it's saying yesterday.
And it's a lot of Pacific Islanders over there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A lot. And their culture is over there. And like Kiwi, that come from their culture. That Kiwi, a lot of the names of the birds and stuff because they was over there. But like I said, and it's a different name, but they're like Islander. It's just like Hawaiian folks. And they look like them too. That's who I'm talking about, the indigenous people there. Yeah. And there's the name, and God forgive me for not having
I think
remembered that.
There's some African DNA in there somewhere.
It starts with an M or an N, if I'm not, but the Mali people or something like that. God forgive me, that's not it, but it's them, and they are. Yeah. They have a lot of that culture. You know how they cook the pig under the ground, all that.
Yeah,
they was doing all of that, and they look like that.
Yeah, because we had a show one day, and I forgot where it was at, but it was a church that
in Carson.
I don't know. I can't remember where it was at. It wasn't Carson though. But it was a church from New Zealand that came out, and I thought they were just Samoans. Yeah. And they was like, oh, no, we from New Zealand.
Yeah. You like,
They was trying to
and they look just like,
everything.
That's them.
Yeah.
Like whoever it is, and it's only one of them. It ain't like 6 or 7. It's only been one people, and it's them.
And you know, I find the crazy one in the group, and me and him laughing, joking.
Yeah.
He like, He like, I had him calling me Bookie. Yeah, Bookie, you got to come and chase the pig with me in the. I was like, chase the pig.
They doing
like,
all that.
That's what we do. Chase
Bookie,
the pig in the grass.
And I'm gonna tell you what you'll love is they quality of meat.
A word?
Quality of meat, super fresh. And they don't have a lot of chicken there. They had no turkey there. We went shopping a couple times in the grocery store. They had no turkey there.
That's weird.
You wasn't no ground. We have ground chicken, none of that. But they had a lot of lamb. They had a lot of deer, and a lot of beef. And that beef is next level. And you got to think of it like this: that affects your whole beef source. So the beef that we have, we be having some shady beef, right? Because we got people doing shady stuff, right? So our McDonald's got shady beef, right?
Yeah.
But imagine if it was flipped and all your beef was good. So your McDonald's got good beef too. So when you go and eat McDonald's, it tastes totally different. You be like, wow. So our source, it's just based on, that makes sense. It's based on your local farmers. So if your local farmers are garbage, guess what you guys get? And that's us even going to Rouse and all of it. You just got to. We play a different
New
game.
Zealand and ate McDonald's.
And then
you gonna let him get away with that?
All right,
a
Bookie.
lamb Big Mac.
all right, Bookie. But here's the investment tip too. Your money go longer over there. Mm-hmm. So I traded $204. Right, got me exactly 300 New Zealand dollars. So your money gonna go a little bit longer over there. Man. So you're gonna have a little bit more fun, and the Uber is gonna be a little bit more cheaper, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
They had Uber?
Heck yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Man, that sounds like a conservative place over there.
Nah, that's the thing. My wife kept saying it. It sounds like a very conservative place too, because you're not gonna find no weed places. You're not finna. They're not playing with that. They don't even want no dirt from on your shoes. If you've been at some construction site or you've been at some farm somewhere and you got dirt on your shoes, we don't even want it over here. So they own something, and they gonna meet you with the dogs at the airport. They not playing. These people like, don't come over here with nothing. We don't have nothing. We're very conservative and we loving life. And I'm like, they own to something. I love their police state. I can't wait to get back to the minority.
Switch his voting check. That man ready to switch his political party now.
Hey, dude, them white folks was cool. And they wasn't trying to be cool. They not
just natural. Huh?
Nigga, this is what we do. We cool with everybody. Why are we mad? Here's the thing. The other thing, Bookie, they waiters and stuff. You know how much they get paid? $30 an hour. No tips over there. Yeah. Nobody gets tipped. That's not the game they play. Nobody. I mean, I still was tipping Ubers but look, Uber taking their tips over there, James.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Taking everything. Like tips is 100% ours in the U.S.
Oh, you talking about like if I push the button over there to give you $5, Uber's like, thank you very much. We don't want to insult the driver. We'll make sure he doesn't see that.
No, they know he sees it. He sees it.
And they keep it anyway.
They keep their percentage off of everything. So for us, it's off of the ride. And then the tips is 100% ours. But over there, it's just like whatever the pie is.
Yeah, I read that in I'm in like foodie groups and all that.
Yeah.
And one of the guys said that you Americans are forced to tip because y'all don't pay your employees enough.
That's it.
He said over here, I forgot what country it was. Sure. It might have been Australia. I think
it could be Australia. It could be somewhere in Europe. He was
like, yeah, we make enough money till we don't have to tip.
And guess what's dope out there? They believe in living below their means. So everybody's kind of cool, and it's no like real flashiness going on. You could tell people are doing cool now. These people ain't broke. Everybody ain't broke, but it's the culture is like nigga nothing like here. And you like they done figured it out where it's like we cool, and guess who wasn't there? That we wasn't there at all. And my cousin will be upset. That's why I'm not mentioning one place. There's one place I was like the little suburb I was at. I'm not mentioning that for his sake. Because he don't want no black people to come. He's like, it's like, dude, it's like a dream world. He like, don't tell these niggas where we at. Because everybody cool. Because he's like, we don't need no niggertry. We don't. Like, none. Like, people coming and stealing. Dude, I swear to God, I never locked the doors the whole time I was there. I didn't have to even at night, but I did because I'm from South Central. So for my sake, I did, but nobody locked it. And he had a help person coming through because his mom was bedridden now. So I was there. I was helping him. I was helping feed her in the evenings. That was the thing because when he travels, he's not there, and that's something he does every day. And so somebody has to do that if him and his wife are gone. So I vouched, and I hadn't seen my aunt. She's bedridden. She had, like a stroke, and it put her, like, paralyzed her, and it put her in a state where it's like she's not, like, gone, but she's, like, reverted back to, like, a 5-year-old version of herself who sometimes swings into this person of brilliance at some point. Because as soon as my wife walked in, she said, now, this lady don't say nothing. She ain't said nothing like this. I've been there 2 days. I was there a couple of days before T got there. And T walked in the room, and this lady looked at her and said, "You cut your hair." And I was like, dang, she ain't said nothing, Bookie. She'll like moan and stuff like, and I'll just give her food, and she'll be like, "Hey," or she'd laugh or things like that, but she wasn't making no complete sentences. But then at that moment, I learned she does. And she'll even go further than that. My cousin went in to ask her should he vote for Kamala because she done made an announcement to be president versus Trump. But go ahead.
What do they do with, like, I heard they had a welfare state, like they take care. Because I'm saying, you were saying like certain group of people gonna come over there and mess everything up. It usually be the poor people that mess up stuff.
Yeah,
whatever color, it ain't just us.
They do have
poor people of all kinds of colors committing crimes.
They do have stuff like that where everybody kind of has their own. Everybody gets like a standard insurance.
Yeah, you're not gonna be homeless. That's what I'm hearing, right? You're not gonna be homeless.
You're not gonna have no medical. You're not gonna have no medical care, and it's easy. Like, how hard is it to wait tables? So if I'm waiting tables and I'm getting paid $30 an hour, how are you finna be homeless there?
So you're saying they got pretty much a setup for everybody to have a little bit of food on their table, clothes on their back. So then the crime probably low then, because that's where the crime come from.
It's called no crime.
Pushing everybody into poverty is where a lot of
no crime as a result.
All right.
Everybody's leaving their door unlocked all day, and it's the culture. It's not me just saying it's not. It's because my cousin live over. It's the culture. Like, lock our doors for what?
That's dope.
I'm like, wow, bro.
Want you to win. They don't want you to depend on the government. They actually want you to win.
They want you to win. I'm like, we over here wicked, bro.
Ooh, that is being revealed. Your eyes are being opened.
We over here
to
wicked.
What? Capitalism? You think the wickedness of capitalism gonna make your point? I know you don't think you can prove your point with capitalism.
Look,
bro.
Your eyes are being opened.
Bro, you got
Bookie.
You got Captain Capitalism on your side.
And look, I just know we don't have the best game in town, bro. That's just the reality.
We've been lied to in America.
You can miss me with this. Now, here's what's dope about America. I'm going to tell you what's dope. Our size. Period.
Having 300-something million people here, or the space?
Not the people, because that's what's making it crappy. If we all spread out, it would be dope, but we didn't. Because that's what they don't have there in New Zealand is a large population. It's probably, I think, maybe 10 million total in both of the islands. And I think the southern where we was at, I think it's like 4 of them.
That sounds like LA County, 10 million people.
No, I'm just saying like 4.
That's all right.
4 in the South region.
Yeah, that's LA. That's LA right there.
Exactly. So imagine that, right? But we have America, and it's like from going to state for them, that's like going from country to country. Remember, I just said, because you got to go to get to them, to get to New Zealand, you got to go to Australia. So if you're going to leave from LAX don't go straight in.
Yeah.
It's going to park at, you're going to transition at Australia, and then Australia is like 3 hours, right? So like I said, that's like Vegas, but they're hopping from country to country like that. In Australia to go, to Europe and all that, it's like the same. But for us, we can go 3, 5, 8 hours to all these different places in this one thing called the United States, and they different in all these different states. Everybody's not talking the same. It's not so you do have a different culture, but then you have a melting pot of all the cultures from all around the world in different places here too. So it's not like you're totally missing those other cultures. So it's dope in that sense. But for us, what's happened is that if you live on the west or the east, it's this concentrated amount of people that it's like kind of like overpopulating the area and making it whack. One thing to think about: have you ever thought about how much poop we create in these cities that we live in versus people who live in?
We ain't gonna do that tonight. We ain't doing that tonight. No, we are not.
I'm talking about our sewage systems.
We're not talking
you ever
about
thought
that.
about the demand we put on our sewage systems versus places that just people are just spread out?
No, man. What did you eat? What did you eat? That was dope. We don't want to hear about that. No.
Nah, they got
we want to hear about what went in, not what went out.
Yeah, only thing, it's nothing really special about the food. And Tia tell you this too. It's nothing really special about the food. The quality is good. When I ate chicken, because I fried some chicken after I found some.
I then went all the way to New Zealand to fry some
Found
chicken.
the only chicken that they had and fried it.
Listen, my cousin them had a cast iron skillet. I found some vegetable oil. Finally found some party wings.
How much was it?
Hey, look. The bacon, usually, that's another thing. This was funny. The bacon is like, you know how Canadian bacon be?
Yeah, like,
that's how bacon is typically if you add it. But if you want it like we want it, they call it streaky bacon. Streaky. Oh, you want streaky bacon. And they say on the packaging like it's like from the wackest cut of the pig. It's like his stomach is real fatty. It's not like a real meaty. Yeah. And it's the truth. And it's like, oh y'all, you American, that's what y'all want. And it's like a side little special little thing, like just in case an American show up, y'all want streaky bacon. And me and T was
this man went to a healthy country and found the most unhealthy things.
And they was like,
yeah, you American.
You American and some fried chicken. But what I wanted to say about the chicken, it tastes like bird. If I could it tastes like somebody just killed this today.
That didn't sound good though. You didn't make that sound good. Was that better? Listen, are you saying something better?
If they said, Jerrold, you just ate foul, I'll be like, yes. Yes, I did. That was foul. That wasn't just bird, but it was chicken. But it was just like fresh. Like, man, that was bird. Like that was, it had a bird aftertaste. If I could just,
they fed that man pigeon. We got some chicken for you. They gave that man a whole pigeon.
Hey, they really into lamb. They really into.
You just said it was no chickens, Boogie.
And and the little chicken I found was like party wings. But that boy said that was straight pigeon. It was fouly.
Oh my god!
Oh my mom.
Man, that sounds dope. So dope.
Though. No, it was dope, dude. Yeah. It was cool, and we had a wonderful time. Me and wifey bonded.
But you can see why when people leave the States, be like, man, I ain't coming back.
My cousin said that. He's like, you can tell my family, you can tell them why I'm not coming back. I'm like, certainly. I totally understand why you're not. I get it. And I'm gonna try to talk my mom to go and visit too. That's her sister, and she saw her the last time he moved her from Hawaii to there. She came to LA for a minute and then went to New Zealand, and so hopefully my mom gets talked into going, or I can talk her into it. But the trip was dope. I don't know what else to say about it. Go to the Facebook. I got one more video to show the last day where we go to this little hamburger spot they got. But you would have liked that. They had these little pot pie joints. They into like meat pies. And it's not ground meat, it's mince meat. And it's not trash, it's rubbish. Okay. So you'll see that everywhere. You'll be like, rubbish? What they mean by that? They get trash. The same thing.
Yeah, put yourself in it.
That's it.
It's American.
Exactly. Like, for real.
It's for you, Americans.
But all we had to do is just open our mouth, and people will be like, and that's the dope thing. And I can't wait to do that again. I can't wait to go somewhere else and be the foreigner. I love that. I can't front. That felt great. Okay. They were like, whoa, where are you from? Like, immediately, as soon as I open up my mouth, they're like, wow.
Yeah, I got Switzerland.
Negro, where are you from?
I told wife we got Switzerland on the list. We definitely
please do that. Oh, that's please do that. You feel me? Yeah. Like going somewhere where you're not like always seen. Because I think we're gonna do Thailand or something like that. But being somewhere that you ain't seen, it's like, whoa. It's like So that was a vibe. I like that. And yes, there's more places like that. And I hope to explore more places like that. It wasn't bad when we went to Costa Rica, right? Or Puerto Vallarta or whatever. It wasn't like that. People didn't hate. I felt
it was a tourist spot. Like we was paying for everything. This is the cash cow.
But you can still be buttholes. Okay, let's talk about LA tourist spots and the people that work.
You right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you right.
You know why? Because that's our culture. That's what. See what I'm saying? They don't have to be like that. You could be like that too and say it's your cash cow. But what's happening, Bookie? They're not getting paid the same. So we getting a different result. We getting a different culture, and we moving fast, bro. That boom, boom, mad people cutting in front of you, nigga, that is not normal.
So he was a slower pace?
Slow, all that over there.
Slower pace?
In other countries? Yeah.
Super slow. Left side driving, that's crazy. You got to get used to that. They on the left side.
Did y'all try to drive in that?
We were. I didn't. We were very close. It's not, you won't feel bad after a while, but this is what told me not to. They do roundabouts. They do a lot of roundabouts instead of lights, which is kind of cool too. You cut down on the lights, but you cut down on like accidents that way because people are very cautious on the roundabouts. But then the roundabouts backwards, think about that.
Nah,
see?
I could barely do the roundabout now.
That's what I'm saying. I could barely do a regular roundabout, and now you finna ask me to do it backwards.
Flip it, nah.
So I'm like, nah, that's the only thing that scared me. If it didn't have a lot of that, I would have. Or if I would have got more practice in the neighborhood, I would have been down for it during the daytime.
Yeah,
but certainly not at night, bro. No. They have bridges where it's only one way, so you have to stop. And it knows if some other cars will be coming. You be sitting there, and they know like it could be as long as 5 minutes. So you sitting there, it's like, don't come. There's some cars coming. You can't go because this is only one way at this part. And you're going to literally sit there for 5 minutes, and then you're going to see some cars go by, and it's going to be like, all clear for you guys. So you just, it's wild. It's wild. And they got a lot of bridges like that where it's like, you got to stop, not just a 4-way stop. It's like a 4-way stop where only one of us can go through this thing at one time. And then they go through.
Wow.
Yes. And then when you finish, it's like, all right, y'all can go. We can't see nobody coming down the mountain now. And then so it's a lot of that. So I was like, maybe next time.
That's wild.
Maybe next time. And it was wintertime there, which is a trip.
Meanwhile, at home, it was going crazy while you was gone.
It went
crazy.
But I had some bootleg cable and I was getting some political news. But it went crazy.
Man.
But before that, wait.
It was a whirlwind, bro.
Before we jump into the whirlwind, I did see on the docket here that you preached at a white church.
Oh, man. Hey, let me tell you, bro. We talked about this on one of the last pods where it's just different. It's so different. So this is the opportunity I got. So I got a chance to speak at a predominantly white church, right? But the pastor asked me to send him some of my previous sermons.
Okay.
So I got a chance to preach something at a white church that I had already preached at a black church.
Okay.
I'm talking about the same exact sermon, same exact topic, same exact flow, same exact everything.
Okay.
It was night and day, just like my man was saying on that clip that we played. So I did it first, just off the rip, just think of something to say, and you try to put it together so it's something that people can get some help from. So that's fine. So I did that. Black church, not too long ago. Laughing, clapping, joking, feedback. People talking back to you. We doing a little bit of call and response. I don't know how to do a whole lot of that or anything, but just something to kind of like give it a little bit of engagement. Got a pretty decent reception at the first church, the black church, predominantly black church. Then my man says, hey, out of these 5, I want you to do this one.
Okay.
Like, I like this other one, but I landed on this one. I was like, all right, bet. So he asked me, he's like, this fits the flow of our church.
Okay.
This is what we got going. I need you to help out. So he picked one. He picked that one. So I'm like, oh, bet, I know this one. So I go back, run through it, try to update maybe a couple of the illustrations. But for the most part, it's the same exact joint.
Gotcha.
Man, I got in there and start running through that same thing. I'm talking about the same thing. They got the claps, the laughs, the responses. Boy, it's crickets in there. I'm talking about
the boys. Hey, Bookie, the boys' jokes wasn't working. They wasn't landing, and he was like, "Whoa!"
I'm like,
were they like the content kind of ethnic driven, or is that?
No, I didn't do it. Wasn't none of that. But this is Trip though. This is the day after the assassination attempt. So it's a weird weekend. Remember, that's a weird weekend. You know, they didn't try.
There we go.
They didn't try to kill Trump. They didn't kill somebody else in the process. They didn't kill the dude. And now the whole nation is like, how do we feel about this? But it's early. We don't even know the whole story of it. It just happened like less than 24 hours ago. So I'm up here trying to do my thing, and it's quiet. It's dry in there. And I'm like, Lord, what am I doing wrong? I'm in there like, what am I doing wrong?
Yeah.
And then I just had to settle in like, hey, fam, not every group has the same type of vibe. So, I mean, if you was a comedian, you would be like, this was the night I bombed. Bombed. That's how you would describe it. And maybe I did. Maybe I just wasn't in the right vibe, or maybe whatever it was. But this was I've done this sermon before. I've seen this joint land.
Yeah.
Were people taking notes?
That's what I was going to say, Bookie.
You got to see
at the end of the sermon, I didn't spook myself thinking like, what did I do wrong? Did I say something wrong? What did I do?
Yeah.
You had to snap out of all that stuff. I mean, if you're in the middle of a public message, you got to snap out of that and just let's go. Because somebody still need whatever you got to say. So snap out of it. Let's finish.
Yeah.
And that's fine. So I'm thinking like, man, I done let my man down. He done gave me a chance to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like, and then one by one, people start coming up like, man, you're giving you the feedback. And the main feedback was, bro, I took a lot of notes, man. And I had to remember like, oh, this is really different. This is really different. I did the same exact message at two different congregations, one predominantly black, one predominantly white. And they have totally different expectations, man. And
so are you saying black people don't take notes? I'm just trying to. Let's get to the bottom.
See, you would find that. See, you would have heard. Yeah, you heard. That's what you heard.
Emotional black people.
Yeah,
that's what you heard.
Yeah, they just laughed and giggled. That's
Come
what
on,
they do.
man. I'm gonna hit you like T. Who taught you to hate yourself? That's what T would have asked. Right?
Yeah. They just want some giggles.
No, man.
Some laughter. Get tickled a little bit. Get emotionally swayed. They don't need to take notes.
You sick. Wow. This group is solid.
They're different. They take notes.
But the caller is no. Both groups did that. But one group used it as their way of saying we appreciate what you did.
Yeah.
The other group didn't do that. The other group gave me claps and yells and laughs and responses. And
I hear you.
They was going back and forth like a regular black crowd would. And I'm not hooping or nothing like that. I ain't nowhere near anything exciting like that.
Hey,
but they was in on it.
I'm pro hooping, man. I'm around these dudes. I'm around these reformed cats. We fully,
lecturing. We lecturing.
We lectured up. We
flat out.
We fully, theology intact. We ready. We get no hooping. We get none. It's of the devil.
It's of the devil. Not hooping is of the devil.
It's not needed. I am so pro hooping.
What about some hallelujahs from the crowd and some shouting?
Absolutely.
And all that?
We have two people in our audience that do that.
I didn't get none of that, dog.
Two.
I ain't get none of that.
And you know what, Bookie? I wish I was exaggerating. It is two. Am I lying?
I'm not messing with you, man. I'm not messing with you.
You know what?
Yeah, don't push me, cause
yeah, you on your own with that.
Every time Jay showed the AG doing praise and worship, that man put his hands in the air and start crying. Here come the James cry. Here he comes.
Nah, I do that at home too. Don't do that. I do that at home too. I was in shambles the last time we was in worship. Don't do that. I be in shambles.
James come over to Black Church and do that.
He does that.
Yeah, he does that over there. But at home, he be like,
"You don't know what I do at home, bro. Let me bring some witnesses in."
Nah, I ain't talking about at home. I'm talking about at CFBC.
I'm talking about at CFBC too. Don't do that.
He be in the audience like this.
Nah, you got me twisted. That's not true.
He's a MacArthurite to you.
I'm
just kidding. Nah, but you know what? I did go to a college thing one time with Steve Ross, and they did a praise and worship thing, and the dude sat up there, and it was like a Talking Heads video or something, like one of the videos in the 80s where everybody was just sitting up there like Max Headroom, like everybody was like the same, like he's like the same person in the room, like dressed the same, and all of them bald headed or whatever. It had that vibe, and nobody had their hands up like woo. It was like, and then they just sat down. Everybody just sat down. It was
Wait,
weird.
that was the singing?
Yes, it was like that, bro. I was like, whoa.
Man, don't play.
I'll never forget that. And I was
Don't play
like,
us like that.
I'm just saying.
That one song that they sing at all the like the reformer conferences.
Come on, I love my reform people.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
We all
Which one?
I can talk about you because I am
It's a
you.
hymnal that we all that they sing.
What hymn?
I can't remember. I can't think of the name of it. But it's
That's
like
that's our
it's
joint.
like the theme song. Yeah,
That's the Reformers theme song.
Yeah, we have a couple of them. Everybody knows it. As soon as we started, be like, "Oh, you talking about that?"
Yeah, every time I go to the men's conference over at Fairview,
See?
that'd be like the first song that everybody stand up with it.
And what is Fairview? Our mother church.
Yeah.
I mean, our sister church, not mother church. Our sister church, not mother church. We don't have mother church, but we have sister churches, and that's one of them. We do.
We got Mother Church. The Mother Church is Grace. That's the Mother Church.
That's not the mothership.
That's who was paying the bills when we first started. That's what
they gave us.
That's
They
the
gave us
mothership
the
for
no.
sure.
They gave us the loan. It's not a loan, but you know they gave us the endowment to get
Man,
started.
that's called
they
the
gave,
mothership.
They gave Reaver.
They planted us. And
And that
shout
was-
out to them forever. They planted us.
And I can't be mad at
That's
that.
right. That's
At
right.
all. But I can hate on the praise and worship.
Oh, yeah.
A
little bit.
Oh my God!
All right, everybody sit down. Vroom.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like in the middle of this joint, I just got spooked. Like,
What
did you do? What did you say? What did you do wrong? And then I had to remember, like, hey, fam, like, get over that. Whatever that is, you'll figure it out later. Maybe you did bomb. That's fine, but you can't do nothing about it right now.
Was you emotional while you was preaching?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, because I was sad about the firefighter dude. You know, that's my guy. That was my. I mean, I think about somebody dying for their family. I think about that. And whenever I see it on the headline, that hit me hard. So yeah, that got me choked up immediately.
Yeah.
My man, you know.
So you talked about it during your
Yeah, it had happened less than 24 hours ago. I had to say something, and I'm up there just like, yo, whatever it is, you're gonna have to plow through it, fam. Go ahead.
But you know what? You got to test the waters too, whether it's a liberal or a conservative church. Also,
Oh man, here we go.
you have to test the waters.
What you mean?
Like, so you go to a church and where, you know what I mean, like some like what's your boy Progressive, Chicago,
It's Charlie Dates.
Charlie Dates. They're more a left wing kind of congregation because Dates always said he always talks about like his like political like view. You know what I'm saying? And so if you get up there, so what I'm saying is like when you go to these churches, like some things you might say be like a little too right wingish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I had a buddy that preached, and he was like a staunch right wing guy, and we was actually in Thousand Oaks, and I think it was one of them. I don't know if it was like Thousand Oaks, Calvary Chapel. It was one of them kind of joints. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And like these dudes, American flags, all up in the
Yeah.
It was like one of them joints. So you get up there and
You know
say
what's
some
sad,
stuff
Bookie?
like,
and I got to get over this too. This is just something I just got. I personally probably got to get over. But every time it's sad. But every time I see an American flag, it's gotten so bad for me. It's like I see it just like a Confederate flag. Feel me? So it's like it feels like it's not really built for me. Like the place wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? Like the Confederate flag is like, you know, they was pro-slavery. Like we're not trying to abolish that. So that's not.
That's what that flag means. Even if you don't want it to mean that, that's what it means.
That's what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
And that's what I'm saying. And it's like I feel that way about our American flag too. And it's hard. That's probably something whack to say during this Olympic time.
What's whack to say?
That flag. I feel the same way about both of them. Like if you wave it, if I go to a neighborhood and I see a bunch of American flags being waved, I'll be like,
I'm in the wrong neighborhood.
And I shouldn't feel that way because I'm American, right? But that's exactly.
You need some bandanas, some red blue bandanas on the porch waving.
Hey, man, where the Laker flags at? Dodger Trojan
Exactly.
flags. But no, Bookie, no, I thought about that, and since I didn't know, what territory I was in. I just did what I normally do. I don't pick a side now, so it wasn't hard for me to make it obvious that I don't pick a side. But what I said was something like, I enjoy the back and forth with the different political ideologies, just like we talk about. They said, but when somebody's getting shot at and somebody gets killed, it's not fun no more. Like, I enjoy the back and forth between left and right wing. We can talk about this all day. And that's what I said. Like, I enjoy the back and forth and respect people and love people on both sides. You know what I mean? That's fine. That's me and you all day. But when people getting shot at, people getting killed, it's not fun no more. Mm-hmm. And then I just prayed, and that was it. So, but this is the thing. Like, the response was the same at the end. The response I got from the black church at the end was the same positive response I got from the white church at the end. It just was totally different the way they expressed it.
Yeah,
I was tripped. Like, different people came up and said they was encouraged, they was impacted, and it was just what I wanted, but it didn't come till after everything was over with and they had, folded up their notes and whatnot. It was totally different. Whereas the black church, they gave that response all throughout from the very first moment.
Because the white folks, that's their way of being respectful.
And I saw it and I was shook, even though we had talked about it.
Yeah,
I was just like, man, I see. It's just on the heels of us talking about it. I'm like, I saw it firsthand. Because you can assume something is wrong if it's a different sermon or something like that. You're like, oh, it's just a different sermon. This was the same exact sermon.
Yeah,
and that was his request. He requested that sermon. It happens a lot where a pastor would be like, let me see some of your stuff. Like, shoot me some videos, shoot me some manuscripts, or shoot me some outlines. That's
dope to be able to do that though. Instead of the videos, that's like super dope. So it's like, fool, you know what you're getting. There's no surprises here, bruh. Now, Bookie, you put in your 2 weeks notice.
Actually, you know what? I didn't. It's still on my computer. It's still on my computer. I didn't print it out and turn it in yet.
What is this about? Why is James busted up? What is this about, bro?
Nah, they
didn't push your boy to this.
Yeah,
that man called me distraught.
Yeah, I had typed it up in one job.
Yes.
Emailed it to my other job, to my other email, my other job, and I was ready. Like, I'm about to press print and hand this over. Put it this way: I am not 20 in my 20s and 30s anymore, brother.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That man said something about dragging a pallet 2 blocks.
Man, I had to pallet jack 60 chairs on a pallet and drag it 2 blocks. Yeah, no, not interested anymore.
You're not interested.
Not interested.
I am
anymore.
not your guy.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
This is what you guys wanted. This is what you wanted
this
for real.
Young men coming up. They need this experience. Not I.
Not I.
Yeah, but they came. Oh no, when I showed up one day, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to hand you this. I seen all them canopies and stuff parked up in City Hall lawn. I was like, oh yeah, y'all said, oh okay, yeah, y'all think y'all set me up. I got something for you though. But then it was like, oh no, we don't need you here. You can go over there. I was like, oh yeah, you saved one more day.
You wonder how that festival got set up when you got there, Jerrold. Bookie set that whole thing up by himself. Set that whole thing up by himself.
Fool me once. Fool me twice. Shame on me, brother.
That man hit the group.
Wait. That boy set up the full festival.
He set the whole festival up for Auntie Maxine the other day. Y'all seen that festival?
Wait. All the little canopies, everything.
It was canopies everywhere.
He organized porta potties.
This man got sandbags. He filling sandbags and everything.
Bruh. He was like, not again.
Not again.
Never.
Not again.
That boy was ready to.
Man, it took like 2 days for my body to recover, bro. Yeah, it took like 2 days for my body, man. Wifey rubbing me down every morning just to get me ready to get going. Like, yeah, not happening.
That man hit the group chat like my whole body hurt.
No, sir.
I was
Come on, man.
But it's still waiting. It's in PDF format. Wait for me. Hit that print button.
All you got to do is change the date, huh? Play with me again if you want.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, man, they had me hollering. That man said my whole body hurt, man. I'm right here typing up my 2 weeks notice right now.
Right now.
Y'all pray for me.
Well, in typing it up, the news flash and says Kamala Harris is now going to be running for president. And Bookie, what was your first thought after that?
Yeah, I wasn't shocked. I had previously told James. He didn't believe it though. I tried to tell him.
Run it back. You did. Run it back, Bookie.
I told him.
What'd you
I told him
say?
it was going to happen.
What'd you say?
It was all a setup. And like I said, Congress should be held accountable because that was elderly abuse what they did to Joe Biden. Had that man up there. Didn't know which way to go. Obama had to pull him by the shirt tail. Like, come on, go this way, man. That's elderly abuse, bro.
Kamala did look shady. Talking about, oh, he fine. He okay. And she eased back from the mic. He's doing perfectly fine. Stop it.
We chasing him around the White House.
He back there. Huh? Nah, Joe, it's time to go.
And you know what? They filed charges against Kamala for that.
For what?
Because it's something in the Constitution where it says that if you know, because she lied to the American people, said that he was competent to do the job. And this is what they're saying, that Obama had told him
you're not gonna lie for your boss.
No. They said that Obama was supposed to told her to push the 25th
Are you not gonna lie for your boss
to take over?
If you know your boss is a little cookie, but the check is still coming through, are you gonna be like, is Bookie, is your boss okay? What are you gonna say?
We haven't seen that man since.
I'm gonna tell you me. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna say he's perfectly fine. He's okay. He's competent to do the job. He's my boss. He said I can help him out, and we're great. Okay,
that's it's her duty as the vice president of the United States that you know this man.
Listen, Bookie, here's the problem.
Don't know the red button from the green button.
But here's the problem, Bookie. That's not where he started. Now it's her duty if he's like this from day one.
No. Once it happened, it's her duty. Once that change occurs,
that's why I'm lying. I'm holding my person down, and I'm going to continue to lie and to masquerade until what happened has happened. Until he goes into a debate and he just starts saying stuff.
We haven't seen that man since the debate, bro. They trotted some man up there. This dude was like 6'4". It was like, this man disappeared. He come back 6 inches taller. What is this? Somebody cloned Tyrone Joe Biden. What is this? This man showed up weight. He was 6'4". They said, what is going on?
What y'all Breitbart dudes be doing, man, with y'all day?
I'm telling you that.
So he's 6 inches taller now?
Yeah,
Joe Biden.
Did you see the video?
I
saw the video.
Go see the video, bro. You know it. Come on.
You don't think that's...
Was that Joe Biden, dog?
Yes. Bro, what you...
This man was like Larry Bird statue. Like, what? Come on, man.
Oh man, y'all don't never stop.
When Trump said, "Man, I don't know what he just said," I fell out. I don't know what he just said. I was during that debate. I was like, "Whoa," because we all didn't know what he just said there.
Jip, I gotta give you a little. I gotta tease this book. You gotta tell me how this sound.
I don't think you know what you said.
Imagine you being somebody who already ran for president. You couldn't get out your own primary, but you end up the VP. And your president's war chest to finish the race is in your hands. That's the only way you can get that money. That money can't go to nobody else if Biden don't finish. But the only way that you can use it is they got to find a way to get him to back out. And then you can skip primaries because you couldn't finish any primaries. You can skip primaries and use his campaign funds and finish 45 off. Boy, who wouldn't sign up for that?
Come on, bro.
Who wouldn't sign up for that?
You know, that is the end of democracy.
Yo, wait. That is hold on.
End of democracy.
Hold on.
There's no way. Look.
You saw how he set me up.
Look.
He set me up cold. You saw that?
Jay, there's no way a person can be the presidential nominee for their party and not go through primary. There's no way.
There's one way.
There's one way.
Like Dr. Strange told Iron Man.
There is
He
one
hold
way.
up that number. He says,
no way,
hey,
bro.
Jerrold, he held up that number for Iron Man. It's one way.
They was in that room.
It's one way.
And they was like, how can we do this?
And Dr. Strange told Iron Man, I can't tell you yet, but when the time comes, that's what Obama told Kamala. It's only one way.
It's only one
so look,
way.
but look, I can't tell you yet. You can't know nothing about it, Kamala.
know
You
nothing
can't.
about
You
it.
can't know nothing about it. This is what he probably told her. Just be ready.
Be ready.
And then he held up that one.
It's one
It's only one way.
He looked at her.
He looked at her like Strange looked at Iron Man. Go back and look at that Avengers movie. He looked at Iron Man and said,
It's one way.
it's only one way, sis. I can't tell you yet because you won't do it. Because this is what he told. This is what Strange told Iron Man. If I tell you now, you won't go through with it. So I can't tell you until it's time.
Till it's time, you're going to do it.
Just all I can say, sis,
One
is
way.
be ready.
Be ready.
Be ready.
She was ready, bruh.
Hey, when she got up after y'all, I watched like 5. She did a whole press run after the debate. I'm talking about 2 minutes after the debate. They was like, and go. And she went to CNN and 2 or 3 other places. I watched them all. And you know, I came back hype, right? That's my president. Y'all heard me.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking back like, ooh, she was a little too ready. Now I don't know how to feel about it.
Bruh,
There's-
it's the end of democracy as you know it. We are no longer picking your nominee.
In the primary,
No longer picking them.
she could.
They're just grabbing like, no, this is who's going to represent us. The people don't even vote for it no more. You just set precedents for God knows what's going to happen next.
Boy.
Boy, that was a 42 fake.
Man,
Maybe.
maybe.
So
And she didn't even she wasn't even close in the last she wasn't even close.
She couldn't make it out.
Yeah,
She locked
that's
up.
crazy.
She locked up too many
You talking
people.
about somebody that's in last place?
Yeah.
What's
Now all of us.
What's that?
She locked up too many people.
What's that website that got all the bootleg products that everybody be
Timu.
Temu? Temu?
Timu?
Yeah.
She is the Barack Obama Timu version. That's who she is in this moment. That's who she
my
is. But look,
God.
if they pimp it out, because they trying to pimp it out, they gonna pimp the race card all the way out. Black woman, you got to get her in, and they got
The
all
race card, the sexism card, all that's about to be political.
The legacy card, the
They got
history
about
card.
80% of my people just like that.
Oh, I'm one of them. You looking at one right here.
I know.
She
Just
got
like
my
that.
vote as soon as she stepped into the limelight.
It's
Y'all know that.
All the black, I feel you. So it's like it's a black thing, but it's the Timu version because she can't talk like him, and she's not passionate about politics. She's not a hardcore black person.
She
like
don't
we
have
are.
the track
She's,
record Obama had.
You know,
First of all, she don't have.
But she has the.
She
image.
don't have the same track record at all.
She is a nice looking lady.
Listen,
she has an image that
Jay,
says.
you're not listening to me.
cut.
I'm about to tell you something.
But
She doesn't have our history. She's Jamaican
you're
and
right.
Indian.
There you go. I know. I hear you.
Her ancestors have not been slaves on the plantation
Zero.
in America. Let's get that straight.
Zero.
So when you
But-
identify and this identity politics,
But-
people don't want to look at
Time
that.
out.
She
Time
can
out.
cook, she can cook greens, Bookie.
In the
Time
bathtub.
out.
She can cook greens.
In the bathtub.
Everybody
Like,
wants
come
her to cook
on.
With her hands.
She's
With
for
her
the culture.
hands.
She's
Hold
for
on.
the
She washing
culture.
greens in the bathtub.
But
You
wait
know
a
what?
minute.
That should have been. That right there should have been. You know what?
Wait a minute.
I'm
though.
sorry, bro.
Didn't she go to a HBCU though?
Yeah, she went to HBCU.
Which one? I forgot.
I think she went to Howard, right?
Or Hampton. Which one? I
Yeah,
think
it
she
went one of the ages.
She
think-
represents
But
black
you know-
excellence for sure. Don't hide.
So-
don't
Hey,
play her
that's
like
how-
that.
listen.
She definitely represents black
Listen.
excellence. You know
Absolutely.
My-
Person of color excellence.
that. Lawyer,
My brother's
attorney
a Kappa,
general.
and he got a white boy in
Don't
his frat
sleep.
and an Asian in his frat. So that HBC really don't matter. Don't give her a black card either. So,
Okay.
all right.
I was just
So,
trying to check with you.
on to the
Boogie.
next one.
That's all. Exactly. I was just trying to check with Boogie to see if that helps. Because saying that is like, well, she kind of black though. She got educated around black empowerment, so that kind of make you black, but you are who you are. And like he said, Jamaican and Indian.
I just be hiring the
I'm
best
not
person.
mad.
I just hire the best person
I
for the
think
job. So none of
Jamaicans
this
are black
stuff bothers
people,
me.
but-
You feel me? I just hire the best person for the job. I'm gonna hold my nose no matter who it is. I already
Can
knew
the
that.
best person for the job not actually reach the primaries?
Looks like it. Looks like it to me.
I'm just saying, brother.
Hey, Bronny on the Lakers, ain't he? Hey, Bronny on the Lakers. I still want him to hit that 3 when it come time.
And I don't know
how he got on the team, but I want him to hit that 3 now that he's there.
Black Lives Matter not even down with her. They just came out like, no, we not supporting this.
Look, Barack Obama.
That's
Tebow.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's not the.
They would have called Barack Obama Tebow.
Because that's how they doing her, but that's how she's coming out. I'm just saying. But image wise, she got him. And what's scary, Bookie, you got to understand the image won because that's how Trump won.
That's facts.
I think it's more than just image.
Yeah.
He was saying some stuff that Americans on the right want to hear.
That's right.
She's not saying anything that anybody wants to hear.
Bookie.
It's identity politics.
Bookie.
Go look at the border. She was in charge of one thing. She had one job.
But what you just
have you ever seen that meme where like you get a pack of hamburger buns and there's a hot dog bun and it's like you had one job.
Yeah, one job. Check this out.
She had one job and 20 illegal immigrants came through that joint, and now Biden them is upset about that.
I'm not even mad at you, but based on how somebody looks and what you just did was just give her the secret sauce. All she got to do is start lying and start saying stuff that the American people want to hear. That's what he did. Right. But
I don't think it was lies.
But listen,
what he said.
He cashed in on a lot of stuff.
He said what lies. He was trying to actually do it.
Listen, what he had going for him was COVID, and he was able to write his name on them checks. That was another thing that got niggas.
Well, COVID actually messed up his.
Yeah, he fumbled COVID bad.
Yeah. Well, and I don't think. But let's get this straight.
He fumbled COVID bad.
That wasn't him that did that.
But he lost the election.
He got set up on that COVID situation.
All right, but minus that, I think image at the end of the day won because he wasn't the typical politician, right? That's what I'm saying. But she could be fake Barack Obama, but she's lacking the passion that people would believe her. But she got to start lying to enough people that she starts swaying the people that's been in the middle, because there's a lot of people who wasn't going to vote and was going to make it easy for Trump to win because, it was just going to be Biden. They like, I'm
going to tell you
but
what.
Now,
politics wins
I know.
At the end of the day.
I know. So guess what? The American people would say, a lot of them in this hour, Bookie would say, man, I'll gamble on this black lady, and this, her being a woman, one, is a great symbol. And then, of course, our people like a black woman, like,
right.
Power to the people. She getting in.
She getting a shot.
She getting a shot.
She could be
because to us.
We gonna
but
give her a shot.
But look, because to us it's just a job.
Yeah,
and we don't, and a lot of us don't even own a lot of stuff. Because I'm gonna tell you, politics is for rich people in America. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying, because you trying to get bills passed and things that will help typically your business.
It's millions on the line. That's what I'm hearing you saying. Like, it's real millions on the line.
And corporations run a lot of stuff in the country. Yeah. No, both sides would agree to that, right? So once you start getting some paper, you really start getting into, how we getting our water and potatoes and what taxes, things that affect your bottom line.
Yeah.
That's the game that's being played.
What 45 didn't need is for some cop to shoot anybody else on camera. He didn't need that, dog. That might have sealed the deal for your girl.
So now we finna play that.
I don't think so. You want to tell you why?
Why?
Because if you look at statistics, 2023 under President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, ain't that her name Kamala Harris.
Stop it.
I just want to say it. I want to say it correctly for my man James No Games over here.
That's right. That's right.
Kamala Harris. 2023 was the most deaths by cops in history since they've been keeping this stat. Mm-hmm. And we've seen nothing done about it.
Well, they won't have immunity. We know that. So that's going to be a big talking point. You know that.
James,
you know that. It's
that doesn't look. Let me tell you. And this is my issue. Like I told you before, the problem with big government. This is big government. That when Trump said immunity, and this is, I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter what he says, because a cop can get charged 20 years at the state level and 20 years at the federal level. He can only give immunity at the federal level. Mm-hmm. The state level still rise. So that man's going to do 20 years regardless. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's irrelevant. But even the thought of that is not good. You know what I'm saying? Just to have a thought.
It'd make me not hire you for the job. That's the kind of stuff that ain't.
But that's what I'm saying. When you stop doing identity politics and actually look into policies and different things like that, you be like, yeah. But I don't agree with everything that like a candidate says.
Yeah, nobody does.
Nobody they right.
And I'm not afraid to say, look, I don't agree with this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like me, I have a lot of conservative thoughts, but I'm not a right wing guy.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
I'm an independent thinker because I believe in social justice.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story. One day, me and James was coming from Planet Fitness working out, right?
Uh-oh.
And we were on. I was on the way to take him to the crib. Me and him went to Jack in the Box. Remember this day?
Maybe.
When I was in the Benz,
wait, time out. That's what I was going to ask. What car were you in?
I was in the Benz.
Now I remember what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
We was coming out of Jack in the Box, and we was coming down Paramount Boulevard, and we got pulled over by the deputies. Remember?
Yeah.
The sheriff department.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's one of the only times I've ever been pulled over.
I'm driving the Benz, James in the passenger seat.
And?
She pulls us over. You know what she asked us?
What?
First she said, I said, why you pull us over? Oh, your car not registered. You think I'm really going to be driving the Benz in an unregistered Benz? What you mean it's not registered? Don't you see the tags on it? Here's my registration. Oh, it's not coming up in the computer. You know what her next question was? Mm-hmm. What are y'all? Oh, you live in Compton. What are you guys doing over here in Paramount? Remember that?
Yeah.
What are y'all doing in this neighborhood? Nigga, we across the bridge. What you mean? What we doing in this neighborhood?
We 2 blocks from Compton.
Right around the corner. What are you talking about?
Right. We
by Dominguez. We at Dominguez.
What are you guys doing in this neighborhood?
We don't serve burgers.
What?
We don't serve burgers to your type over here.
Right. So when you talk about social justice and different things like that, you know that I've been pulled over probably more than anybody in it. I had to give up my Cadillac, like I said before, because of that situation.
I only get pulled over with Bookie.
Yeah.
Unless I'm really doing something wrong, like speeding or whatever. If I'm speeding or whatever, I'm gonna get my ticket. But other than that, I only get pulled over with you.
I did when I was younger, like in my 20s, around that time. But by the time I hit 30 and on, that it wasn't an issue. But when we were young, teenagers until 30. It was an issue. I would be getting pulled over no matter who I was with.
Yeah.
Not a lot by myself, but even by myself sometimes, even Ubering. Nigga, we get pulled over when I first started Ubering.
In the fly car?
And no, not in none of that. I was in the, I think I was just in the Lexus.
That's a fly car, Jay. I know you
nah, the Lexus
move
LH.
On to big. That's a fly. That's a fly car.
It's a cool car.
Man, I got pulled over driving a limo.
That's what I'm saying.
I had on the whole suit.
That's what I'm saying. You
driving a limo.
We could do it out here. Car.
They like, what you doing? Where you going?
How about working?
In front of the Savoy. I'm like,
it's crazy.
I'm in front of the Savoy. Club, the Savoy.
And I'm in a limo.
And you really gonna pull me over? Like, what? And why did you pull me over? Oh, there's no plates on the limo. Bruh, you don't see this a new limo with the paper plates is in the TCP, all that, the paper plates in the and you gonna pull me over? Like, I really just stole this limo. Like,
with the suit on.
But here's
people out.
Listen,
Savoy.
Bookie, you saying that, but unfortunately, you live in Southern California.
Yeah.
And if that's going to happen, you live in the city where the person's going to act like they're the limo driver. Unfortunately, it's like you live in the place where, so you got to understand the police. It's not crazy that they do because they see everything, bro. Like.
Right. There was no reason.
But I feel you.
There was no
reason
to pull me over. Your only excuse was that it was a paper plate in the window of a new limo.
It's criminals of all kind, bruh. Like GTA 5, everywhere.
If I'm a criminal, at least let me work. At least I ain't robbing nobody. Like, I'm actually working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this is my thing. Like, these people need to be punished. The cops, they need to be punished. Man. They need to be held accountable. And all this marching and all this stuff, to me, in my personal belief, it's not going to change anything. You need to hit the police department in their pockets. Stop making the city pay for these lawsuits. Hit them police pensions.
So with this,
making them hold each other accountable.
Wait, how would that work though? I mean, I want to hear how that would work.
No, I want to. We're gonna stay there. I'm just saying. So how would you think that would work now in our current case with old girl?
So this is my thoughts. Like, so you know that.
And when I say old girl, not disrespectful. I mean,
we know.
Yeah. So whenever something like
Macy.
this happen,
Yeah.
the police department get sued. You know what I'm saying? Just like in that Fruitville case, whatever.
Yep.
They won like 2.8 million or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can never pay for a life.
Of course,
you know
I know what
I'm
you're saying.
But who paid for that? The taxpayers pay for it.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah. No, you hit that police pension. Like, no, you guys are going to pay for this.
Yeah.
Whenever it's I believe whenever it's a suit like that,
Yeah.
where you've killed somebody illegally,
Yeah.
and it shows like, no, you guys gonna pay for the city. We're not paying for the taxpayers. They're not gonna pay. Now that's gonna make us hold each other accountable.
You
Yep.
talking about the police department?
The police department.
Yeah, that would hurt. That would hurt.
Yeah, because
You gonna feel that?
if you remember a few years ago, the sheriff department got hit with that gang that
Yeah.
they had a gang inside
Yeah.
the police. What happened to that case?
I don't know.
Are these people were walking around with tattoos on their body
Yeah.
of their gang affiliation inside the sheriff department, and
Bruh.
it just went away.
Yeah,
Bruh.
kill marks and all kind of stuff.
All of that,
Bruh.
It
and
just,
did you and it kind of made you feel hard towards when that situation happened when the Hispanic gangbanger shot the police in the car when he was sitting in the
Yeah.
car.
Yeah, I remember that.
Knowing that they said that he came,
yeah.
but they had did something to them,
Yeah.
and he went and found them, shot them while they was in the car. So it's like, you
Yeah, I know what you
eye
mean.
for an eye, you get what you give out.
It's
but at the
ugly,
same
yeah, that's
time, you know what I'm
ugly.
saying? Like, yo, that's still somebody's child, father.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This and
That's
that.
right.
But at the same time, it's like, look, they got marks on their body. They're part of the gang. So what is gang culture?
Yeah,
back
buddy.
and forth.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
buddy.
Yeah.
Either the streets gonna hold you accountable,
Yeah.
or somebody got to hold you
Are you
accountable.
gonna be accountable in them courts?
Exactly.
Usually.
And but the problem is these
Yeah.
cats are like the guy that killed the guy in Fruitville. He got 2 years.
Yeah.
I think he did like 7 months.
Yeah.
man.
Like, are you serious?
Yeah. And it's like, you got to figure out a way that it hurts the police department versus just the average citizen.
Right.
And I'm not anti-police, bro. I have
None of
friends
us
in
are.
law enforcement.
Right,
And all
absolutely.
Right.
That. You know what I'm saying? But just like I got to be held accountable in my job, you got to be held accountable. They need to be held accountable, bro.
And you're held accountable, I feel like, at a higher standard.
Yeah.
At a higher level, rather.
Yeah.
Because you have such a higher calling. You know, like doctors are held at a higher standard, too. You can't just take a 8-week course and begin operating on people.
So this is what I was saying. Why I think it's a real big. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you on that. This is why I think it's a real big blow for 45 because you got some people on the right that have like a issue only vote. Like they are like, I'm never voting for anybody pro-choice ever in my life. End of story. Period. You got people like that. You got to respect their conscience, right?
Absolutely.
And then at the same time, you got people on the left who are going to have this. I'm never voting for anybody who's going to give the cops immunity. I'm never voting for a cop for any candidate who's going to give killer cops immunity. So you got people on the left that are going to have that same issue only vote now, and they're like, I don't want to hear anything else you got to say about 45 because he's pro killer cop, if you want to say it like that. I know, now, I don't mean we're not talking about all cops, so we know we just talking about immunity for killer cops because them the only ones that's gonna be needing it. Everybody else gonna be straight. You either not doing that or you doing it within the normal, lethal force laws. So point being, like you got issue only people on both sides. Some people are pro life and they gonna never vote against that. Some people are pro choice. They gonna vote for Kamala just off that. Now you got another group of people who are pro life in the sense of like you're not just gonna kill us on the streets like this and on video and if you're gonna give those type of people immunity, then you're never getting my vote. That's why I think it's a hit for him. He didn't need that because what he's talking about sounds a little bit like I'm just gonna be pro cop no matter what they do. That's how it sound. Even if that ain't what he mean, that's what it sound like.
And that guy was like on his third job,
It was
third
bad.
police department. Or
It
something
was like
I think he got let go for
six.
DUI or he got like a wild pass.
Okay, this is what,
It's bad.
again, there is major corruption here. And it's in all of our little systems, and it's kind of whack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, we got gangs, like you said, floating around. Because when you said that, Bookie, you was like, what happened to that case? And I remember you right. I'm like, wow. Ain't nobody talked about that case. And I did remember it vaguely when that was going down. And it's like, But we had that. Remember the Rampart division and when was that? That was around the OJ case where we was finding some of that similar stuff going down. It's like, you know, it's part of our system here, unfortunately. And it's just like being able to pay your way out of trouble here too. Like having enough money to pay your way out of like, oh, you broke the law, you brought this, but you got enough money to loophole it in such a way and get legal help in such a way that you get out of it. Yeah. It's like, that's very American.
Yeah, and you talking to somebody that my uncles were a part of police brutality.
Oh wow.
Yeah, down at Venice Beach back in the 80s. They was down there and there was another group of people fighting.
That's before blue blockers.
They seen the black. And you know what's crazy is, but check this out. What's crazy is my uncle friend was with him and he's a paraplegic.
Wow.
At the time?
Yeah. And he got beat. What is he, the paraplegic? Who is he fighting?
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
wow.
Yeah. And the police came down there and seen him. Thought they was a part of the other group.
Sorry.
The gang members and this and that.
They dragged him off.
I think they listening to what you're saying a little bit, Bookie, with the penalties got to be severe. So now for that dude that killed Massey, the lady, they asking for the boss's head now. Like off top, you got to resign. Because you hired this man knowing he had the 2 DUIs, you overlooked that. Knowing he had a dishonorable discharge from the military, you overlooked that. Knowing that he had high stress situation classes that he needed, and you hired him anyway. They knew what a loose cannon this dude was. And so they saying like, kind of like what you're saying, like if the cops feel it, then they'll probably police themselves a little differently. They asking for that. They want the head of that department. Like, you got to go. Because you left this man on the street.
How do you pronounce her name again?
Sonia Massey.
Massey. Okay,
I hope I'm not messing that up.
I hope so. Yeah.
But yeah, but the sheriff, they calling for the sheriff's head. Like, you got to go because this dude been in either 4 different departments in 6 years or the other way around. 6 departments in 4 years. Something ridiculous.
Right. If you just seen
something
the video,
ridiculous.
and I didn't see no uncut video. I just seen the regular video that you were seeing on the news. You can see plainly this lady ain't did nothing. Right? And this thing is just.
And she called the police.
So it's sad, but you could tell, like on me when I seen the video, as soon as it came on how she was acting, I was like, she ain't mentally there.
Well, I mean, there's there's broken windows in the driveway. Her car is broken, like the windows are broken. So she had a right to be nervous about somebody being outside. I know they got history of mental illness with it, but they confirmed that I think the doors of the car in the driveway are broken, like the windows are broken. So I don't know if I'm messing that up, but it sounded like she had a reason to think somebody's outside. She wasn't necessarily just making this up. I don't know how it got to where what we saw, but the fact that she called him should tell you something that she's not the problem.
First of all, if I do have hot water to threaten you with, I'm still not going to shoot you.
No.
Or at least I can shoot you in your leg or something.
Or I could just yell at you a little bit. I'll just yell at you.
I can shoot your foot.
I can yell at you.
For the hot water. But I'm going to still get the hot water first.
That man said, I'm going to shoot you in your face. That was his first instinct.
But you heard what I said. I got to get the hot water first. I get the hot water first. One of them feet's finna be different. We finna be Meg the Stallion. We finna be Meg the Stallion up in here.
Oh, my gosh, man.
Pow, pow. You finna be walking
like first. Whatever happened to...
But I'm not going to shoot you before you do nothing.
What happened to the taser? It's supposed to be a progression.
Well, I mean, they got
straight to deadly.
They got protocols. When I talk to different cats, they tell you it's
protocols. That's what I'm saying. He skipped the whole protocol.
Out.
He went straight to the gun. I'm gonna shoot you in your face.
Exactly. But if she throws something in, even if it was the hot water, they could do some kind of whatever. But I don't know. He could have
maced her.
Yeah, but you probably could go that level when she does that.
The man was flagged.
And you probably should go that level, especially if you got mace or you got the taser. If he had either one of them.
He has it on him. That's the thing. He has it on him.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the details. Again,
Jay,
guys, I was out of the States, eating deer burgers.
It was going crazy while you was eating
and y'all
fried chicken, pigeon
on the stick.
Foul.
Fried pigeon on a stick.
Foul.
Yeah, it makes you want to go back to New Zealand. Make me want to go.
It does, bro. Go anywhere. I'm down to go anywhere. Get that passport and get it stamped up. I don't care what you was dreaming of. I'm telling my daughter. I'm telling everybody. Go do it because we live in a circus, and you got to realize that. And sooner you realize that, the better you're going to be like, well, I appreciate the circus. The Lord just, had me birthed here. I got to do what I got to do here, but it's a circus.
And it seemed like you reminding us that this stuff don't happen everywhere. Exactly. This is our normal.
That's what I found out.
This our normal. This ain't.
Because at the same time I was over there,
everywhere.
It was just like, this is not, they're not in a political season. Ain't none of that going on. I don't even know how it worked, but I'm pretty sure they have their process or whatever and they issues too. But it sure wasn't in season when I was there. But it lets you know, simply like my cousin says, who's been over there, it's like you understand that different games are being played different places.
Yeah.
And what's happening here is not just the best thing ever. And it's like and I think there's places like my cousin said, that is like New Zealand, where he is, in Queenstown, here in America too. I believe it's places like that, but a lot of them are very expensive to live in.
Man, find me a little Hallmark town, and I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I just want to walk a block away to the coffee shop.
You want
to
there
the
was,
bakery.
and that's what was cool about it. It was a
Hold
lot
my
of modern
wife hand,
stuff.
walking down the street.
We got a lot of that, but don't that go back to what you was saying, Jay, about when you go through those neighborhoods and you see a lot of flags? It's like it's hard for me to enjoy that flag. Don't ask me to enjoy that right now. That's my true stance. I'm not trying to be on some kind of.
I'm not a weirdo for that. I'm just expressing how I feel.
Yeah, don't ask me to be excited about that yet. It's like we got a ways to go first, and when you go somewhere else, you notice. Yeah, there's a reason why I feel a way about.
And you
some of this
can't
stuff.
blame. This is what I couldn't do when I was there. I couldn't blame white people for feeling weird because we're not of that culture. We didn't have no black and white issues here and all that. We didn't grow up. I'm around people who grew up differently. And so that tension is not there. That history is not there. So when you come through there, it's like, whatever. And what was funny, though, is every time I seen a person of color, and my cousin was so true, you're going to see them coming, they going to have like a baseball hat on just like James.
Yeah.
But just like Bookie, too. They going to look just like Bookie. But as soon as they get up on you, can be like, they straight African. No, they not American black. You gonna think they're American black.
They wouldn't even be able to give you the head nod back.
None of the head nod. They straight African. All of them.
You nod up, they gonna nod down.
Indian,
like, oh, wait
African,
a minute.
you gonna see Bookie. You gonna be like, nigga, and you gonna get close. You gonna be like,
wait a minute.
You gonna be like, he's straight Indian, right? That's it.
He don't speak a lick of English.
Like, Bookie,
Dude.
no, this is Amafika.
You'll be like, wow. They even get used to it. Hilarious. So yeah, man, I don't know, James, that's American game. Just like I was about to say, just like we know our boys who left here and went to Atlanta, for at least I know one of them, it was like, I don't want to raise my family here, bro.
Really?
Like, this ain't the atmosphere. Mm-hmm. And I can understand that and going somewhere more conservative.
Yeah.
And it's a little slower. It's not the fast pace, they can get crowded in certain spots. I heard the traffic could be horrible. But other than that, there's still, that small town, feel to it, vibe to it. You can cut off of that and just.
And you know what? I watched the Instagram video the other day, and it was shocking, but it wasn't shocking. You know what I'm saying? This lady, she was from, I think she was from Nigeria, and she was saying that when they come to the States, black people identify with other dark people.
Yeah.
She said, but when they come, they don't identify with black Americans.
Nope.
They identify, because over in Africa, you identify by
With
tribe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when they come from Africa, the Nigerians, they go and settle with Nigerians.
Okay.
Not with blacks. When Jamaicans come, they come and settle with Jamaicans. Mm-hmm. She said, but black Americans, when they see them, they think that, oh, we all black, like, and they're like, oh no, we that's like, you're not our tribe.
Yeah.
And when you really look at it, because I felt that way through the workforce and all that, because it was like, they feel a certain type of way about us. But she was talking about how, like, no, we don't identify with black Americans because we're tribal.
We tribal, and we identify with our tribe, and
with our tribe,
and I can't be mad at that. You know what I mean? So now we got to go back to Africa and be like, man, that nigga like my cousin, but you can't prove it. But that's what I'm saying. You'll see somebody you look just like Bookie, be straight African from some African tribe, and every dude I seen, I was the only American black person I saw the whole time there, besides Tawana, for 2 weeks, and we moved around the whole place.
That's wild.
Wow.
And you be the only, and they be like, hey, what's up? Everybody's super nice. They taking your coats, hanging up, all the services over the top. Also, even on the airline for the international flight to Australia, because it was like an Australian airline, the food was wonderful, bruh. They still serve regular food, but they be serving their food, like the Australian stuff. But I'm just saying, bruh, they doing quality something different, meats. Bruh, and like quality. Let's go,
none of that
bruh.
Bill Gates fake chicken.
I don't want that, and you already know, Bookie. Soon enough, they gonna be filling all the places up with stuff like that. Especially if it's super cheap to produce it. I think it's a wrap, bruh.
Especially when they own it.
And they own it and can patent it. The only ones making their money off of it and flood it everywhere.
That's wild, bro.
And then serve the regular stuff to rich folk over here. That's the game we be playing. Like we got quality meat here too, but it costs way more. And like, what caused that? What started that? What if quality was just running the mill? How much healthier everybody would be. Oh, y'all figured out though that's just money to make off of sick people. Okay, let's put our tinfoil hats on. Let's go, kids. It's time to open up that bag.
But you know what's crazy is America still supply these other countries. They supply Canada, they supply Europe with different goods, but they make their stuff different than they make ours.
Yeah, they got different regulations.
Different regulations, bro. Like, if you could do that for them, why you just can't make everything like that? Why you got to throw in red dye 5 and yellow dye and this and that?
Yeah. When we was coming back, my wife, because they had these little signs when you come back into the final security back, and they be like, did y'all bring anything back, asking or whatever? And then they had the little signs up. We don't, we want to protect our agriculture, whatever. And my wife was like, it do not feel the same. Like when we went to Australia, you went in, they was really on you. We had to get visas, dude, for Australia and for New Zealand. That's a whole other thing. We got passports, but you got to get a visa too, because you got to report to the country while you're there. Yeah. And how long you gonna be there, and who you. What's cool is they last for a long time. They last for like 10 years or something like that. But it's cool. But they just not planning about going in and out. And then you come back with us, and they be like, we want to make sure our agriculture is protected and our water stays clear.
You be better off bringing a brick of cocaine back than some seeds.
Exactly.
You be better off bringing a brick of cocaine back to the States than bringing some seeds from another country to plant. You talk about, I'm with this new kiwi passion fruit tree in my back. No, you gonna be locked up during bedtime, bro.
Walmart make all the seeds for that. Right. You don't need to worry about that.
They have poisoned our food chain, but it's what it is you can still find quality, but we got a lot of junk because we have different regulations. So we got a lot of junk that's in the mix of, and then you got to literally be educated on what to eat to really eat properly and healthy. Yeah. You can't just go to the store and just get stuff and think you're going to survive in America.
And we've been lied to this whole time. Like, I just found out we ain't supposed to be eating oatmeal for breakfast. So I'm like, no, that's for horses. Your body ain't made to digest oatmeal.
Listen, Bookie. Oatmeal, listen. Vaseline. Nigga, remember Vaseline? Yeah. Nigga, we wasn't supposed to put petroleum jelly, nigga, on ourselves. Nigga. Our grandparents had us put petroleum jelly.
It wouldn't absorb at all. It wouldn't absorb at all. It never bothered you that it would just sit on the top. It wouldn't move.
Have you noticed they don't sell it that much anymore? Oh my God. You see, it's kind of hard to purchase now. It's not a good idea to rub this chemical just so you can shine a little.
Your skin, like, what is this, dog? I don't want it. It's staying at the top. I don't want this.
Petroleum, you're not supposed to put that on your body, bro.
It's capitalism going crazy, man. That's what it is. That's
my God.
That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's our main thing is capitalism. You know, we all capitalists. We all love
it.
The opportunity to make money.
There's a downside.
But I'm a sinner, bro. So if you get me on the wrong day, I'm gonna sell you something I know ain't good for you, but I'm gonna still be smiling.
It's
like
greed at the end of the day. It's greed, bro.
Yeah.
It's not even a free market. Free market society isn't the issue. It's
we love that.
Greed, bro.
Yeah, but that's the price you pay for anything free that you give to sinners. You gave it to people like me, Bookie. Free market capitalism is great, but unless you give it to people like me, and then we in trouble. That's what it was. It works fine. So does everything else. Socialism can work. Almost all of these things can work unless you give them to people like me, and then I'm gonna find a way to mess it up.
You know what a genetically modified seed is, bro? It can't reproduce. It can't reproduce, and it kills other regular seeds.
It's a predator.
No,
they make that
the
joy.
crazy part is what you said. The first part of that, I don't know about the killing the rest of them, but the first part is it's not able to duplicate itself.
Yeah.
When the Bible says that's the natural flow and production of fruit.
Yeah.
Seed after seed. It's
seed after seed.
That's how it goes.
It's like an
illustration. Where it won't even bro, what are you doing?
We need to corner this market.
How horrible is that? Who wants to come up with something like that? Like, who sits and says, I want to corner the market and make sure that even if you eat my fruit, if you try to take the seeds and make your own plant, nothing will happen.
You and me, that's who thinks like that. The three of us thinks like that.
Wow, bro.
Man, let me tell you, if me and Bookie wasn't saved, we'd have been on our third cult and our third indictment by now. We would have put this together
I'm just
by
saying,
now.
I think Nipsey Hussle said it the most. He's like, man, you notice how somebody in the hood, and you always be like, this don't make no sense, could lose their life over like $300. Mm-hmm. And we be shaking our head like, man, that dude died of $300 funky dollars that he got in that argument, and that dude killed him over that, right? But he said, what do you think happened to somebody when they lose $300 million?
Yeah, what's the limit? What will they do to keep $300 million? I can't see no.
No. I lost $300 million.
Yeah, you start walking away like never again.
What you think?
That's my first thought.
What you think you're gonna do to that person who's responsible for doing that? If you see what us sinners will do with somebody with 300, what you think he feel about that, and what he's capable of doing with losing that kind of money? Because if you lost that and you mad, that's usually not somebody who has $200 in the bank and he lost $300 million. That's not usually how that works. That's usually somebody who got multi-millions already, and that was my play, and you messed it up somehow. So how do you think somebody in that situation feel? You think, well, I'll just wash my hands and go home, and I won't have a stomach ache. And then somebody might come up. You think if 300 come up missing, nigga, a whole family come up missing.
Like they did, like Dr. Sebi won that case in New York, like for cancer or something.
Here we go. Let's put
and then he ended up dying over a cold. Like, what's this man just got the cancer cure, and you're like, he just died of the common cold. Oh no, it was pneumonia. Like, what? Like, come on, bruh. This man really won a case, bruh.
He did.
Man.
Like, he really did. That's a fact, because that's all documented.
Yeah,
but
like, this is wild. Like, you really don't want nobody to help nobody heal.
Bookie, at a certain point, I think this is what happened, and I honestly believe this 100%.
Cancer's a
no. Listen,
cash cow.
It's a cash cow.
100% believe this.
It's terrible.
They figured out at some point that it's so much money to be made off of people being sick.
Yeah.
That we're not going to curb, that we don't want to encourage curving that, because it's like you want to produce generations and generations and generations of people who will need these medications and feel justified in taking them, because in their atmosphere they've always seen people taking it. Oh, well, I guess I got my diabetes is up
my
too. My turn. And that's not normal. And once you figure out again that this game is not being played everywhere else, and you're like, well, why is everybody healthy over here? And because they're going at it differently, because they care about their society. And if it's too capitalist driven, you better be careful, because that just poisons all the systems. So whether we talking police, are we talking about people who regulate our the quality of our food? If they get corrupted, we get people running around gangbanging low key in the police force, and then people selling us plastic, calling it pizza.
Yeah, man.
Like, and you know what's crazy is when you do the real deep research, it be like the same companies that own this food place,
scary.
own the dialysis unit.
Scary.
Man, say that, Bookie.
Like what? Like how?
You know why?
How
Bookie?
does Seagram's Gin own the dialysis?
Follow
unit?
the money.
You know what I'm saying?
Bookie. But listen, you know why? Because it's legal and it's encouraged. Our culture celebrates thievery, and then you can argue, well, look how it was started. So, because you are a culture of that, that's the downside. Yeah, there'll be a lot of money flowing around, but it'll be a lot of people who don't care about human beings floating around too, and will sell you anything and sit there and smile right in front of your face and poison you and your mama and all your kids, and they don't care. And you create that in your atmosphere too, and it's like. Yeah. We breed that.
The lobbyists make a big part. The lobbyists impact the country, I think, more than anybody knows. People going in and just lining the pockets of Congress and the senators and just.
But what drives that?
Because it's going to cash out. Like if I pay you $20 million and I'm gonna make $100 million on the back end, so
everybody up there fighting
sense.
And arguing is what big money to try to get in position, and it's the most money that's around us. But that's the culture we created, and we said that that's the ultimate goal is to have the money and get the power. And when you have somebody like Apple making more money than anybody in your country, we feel stuff like that is okay. Well, nah, because what ends up happening is companies like that end up, and I'm not saying Apple is, but they have the
Rockefeller.
You have the ability to have your hand in everything.
JP Morgan, Chase,
you have more money
that.
than you're generating more money, and then money is running everything, and then you got greedy people at the top. So it's like if all of them are paid off, then they all just keep playing, and all of us will just get the poison and the BS. And that's exactly what America has created.
I wonder how this conversation go like with yourself. You just laying in the bed, looking up at the sky, and like, man, I'm gonna make some fake meat. Like, where do this conversation come? Like,
here's why.
Where do this pop in your head at, bro?
Veganism is cracking, and then what is it? Impossible burger, right?
Yeah.
That wave started. That was how many years ago now?
Maybe 10. It jumped off right before the COVID. Yeah.
So that's why, Bookie. Somebody's coming up with it's like, oh shoot, fake meat.
We never thought of that. That'll solve hunger right there.
And all I got to do is be
Somebody
what?
might
Bill
have said
Gates.
that. That could have solved hunger right there. First of all, you bored with regular life. You got $90 million in the bank.
Dude, you went to
you start playing a video game.
Every hotel, you did every little game.
You start playing a video game with us. You can't play just PlayStation no more. You start playing with real lives.
How many people in America really
I'm with you, James.
starving? You know what I'm saying? Like,
how many would be starving if they was eating
fake meat?
The lab meat.
That's what
nobody.
That's what I'm finna say.
Nobody, look, James.
Nobody would starve.
When you drive under the bridge.
I'm not saying that's good. I'm saying that's how.
I'm just saying when you drive under the bridge,
that's
Los
how it
Angeles,
works. Nobody was starving.
Ain't none of these dudes starving.
That nigga finna be eating that something like lamb.
What?
Something like lamb.
Something like lamb. Something like lamb. Like when James eating over here, man. James, don't do it, dog. Don't fall.
You know I'm gonna be the first one to fall for it. You know that's me, man. I ain't gonna lie. He gonna hold you.
He gonna be like, that tastes like top quality meat. It's James and say something like lamb. He like, bruh.
Yeah, I mean,
man, you know what? They already, man. You know, like I said, I always watch the Food Network, Travel Channel on it. Man, the ice cream sandwiches and I was heartbroken. The ice cream sandwiches and the drumsticks that we eat, not even real ice cream.
Bruh.
It's no milk in there?
Bruh, they let that joint on the counter for like 3 days. It didn't melt.
Bruh.
Like, what? The ice cream sandwiches is not real. It says frozen dessert on there.
It's no milk and it's no dairy in there.
No dairy. You have to buy a certain brand for it to be real ice cream.
But
that joint say frozen dessert now.
Guess what? That's something they do not play around in New Zealand. Bruh.
Shit, we about to lose this dude. That man about to have dual citizenship.
I went to store bought. First of all, they got Woolworth out there. Y'all remember Woolworth?
Yes.
First of all, they cracking out there. Woolworth is, I don't know if they was originally from there or whatever. They cracking anyway out there. Regular store bought like stuff, right? But they don't have none of them funky ingredients.
Is that like they Target? A Woolworth would be like they Target?
Nah, I'm just saying it's just like a run of the mill. It's not even a balling store. I went to a decent, like a regular, like almost. It wasn't a Whole Foods. It was more like a Sprouts.
Okay.
I went to a Sprouts like joint, but then I also went to something that would be probably considered like
El Super?
Walmart, not Walmart, Walgreens. It would be considered like Walgreens, right? So I'm buying Walgreens product, right? They juices,
Yeah.
no high fructose corn syrup and none of that stuff. It's just regular juice. That's all they say. All that stuff tastes wonderful. I bought 2 jugs of orange juice. I don't never drink orange juice because it wasn't super sweet and hyped up. It tastes just like oranges. And then they had this orange drink with lime and something else. And
So
mango.
this man had orange juice that actually tastes like oranges.
Exactly.
That's where we at.
That's
where we
I was
at.
like,
Get here, bro.
I know exactly. And I took a picture of this. The celery was this long
Oh wow.
and like that thick.
Like 3 feet
And
long.
the products they had like 3 feet long, and it was like New Zealand product of New Zealand. All this like the juice like we make real stuff.
This
around here.
ours.
We make and they did. They made real stuff, and I was like, and it was just running the mill. They care about their people, bruh. I'm just saying we don't care about. We can find some of that same stuff here, right? But the first thing is it's gonna be pricey,
Ooh, it's gonna be pricey.
right? That's the first thing,
Yeah,
right?
Lazy Acres, like man.
So the game is profiting the rich person here to have quality, but the reality is you can have that other place. And I'm telling you, when you can go to a Latin country, bro, you can go to Mexico and be winning. On my mama.
I've had bimbo bread in my cabinet for like 3 weeks. That joint still regular. Ain't no mold on it. What are we eating, man? What are we consuming? I told Didi, matter of fact, it was today. I was like, babe, that bread been up there for like 3 weeks. I don't think it's good. I opened that joint was still soft and white. Like, what? This is supposed to be bad after like 2 days. After 3 days back.
Bruh.
Ain't too
Oh,
much
my
coming. Ain't too much coming out the
Bruh.
ground
Yeah.
like pearly white.
Real bread within 3 days.
That's what I said. 3 days. It's supposed to be.
It's a wrap.
It's supposed to be
bought
gone.
some. We bought some.
Yeah.
Regular bread just made, like wonderful. They have a bakery there. They got this burger place, bakery, and bar all owned by the same person.
Okay.
And it's over the top. It's right next to each other. I can't think of the name of it right now. It's I would butcher it right now. Start with a B. I'll think of it at some point. But all the stuff made fresh. That bread didn't last 3 days, Bookie. On the third day, it was hard as a rock. I didn't mean to do that. Hard as a rock to where if I hit it like that, it would just break on the table and just be
Over with.
nothing but just like dust. And
I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Man.
But you know what? We can go middle America on them too. It's just that the bars and stars be throwing me because there's some good places in middle America, but they just usually known classically from hanging black people from trees too. At the same time, it's like man, the food is good and the people cool now, but y'all history is jacked.
It's getting better, man. It's
It
getting
is.
better, but we got some work to do. For
It
sure.
is getting better, and I'm trying to stay like in that frame of mind. Of, all white people ain't hating black folks.
You know, it's a whole group of people that didn't come up with that, so they adults now.
I know.
But a lot of them, it's a wave of them leaving the country too. Like some of them are like, yeah, I can't do nothing with y'all. It's a bunch of Gen Zs like saying, yeah, I'm out.
because it's just I want them to know. I want all of us to know earlier that it's other games being played, and you might like them, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. Because when I'm over there, it was very modern, just like it is here. So the stores felt the same. The mall feels the same. The strip mall place, everything. Nigga, Pizza Hut over there, Domino's.
Wait. Here it is. How was the internet?
The internet was dope.
How fast? I'm talking about. I'm scrolling.
It was dope.
How was the internet?
It was dope, and then the super bootleg cable worked over there. It drop. Some shout out to my boys, but the super bootleg cable I was telling y'all about, that boy worked over there. Like
That's the new sponsor. The Super Bootleg Cable.
super bootleg cable.
We're really bad at this. Back to you.
I'm not gonna say the name, but if y'all want it, I got the hookup on the low.
Really bad sponsor. Brought to you by a really bad sponsor.
That worked over there, but
So
the
internet tells me a lot about.
But your phone at
Possibilities.
AT&T, when I worked with, and whoever you work with, they're going to try to get you, though. So you're going to have to either pay for a plan or you gonna have to just use Wi-Fi only and keep your phone on airplane mode because your phone still will tax you for all that roaming. So you got to turn that off. But internet was dope, James. The internet was
all right.
Regular internet. And the funny thing is the only way for me to see what was going on in America was super bootleg cable.
All right.
Other than that.
Well, we was over here wilding.
What?
It was crazy. I thought about that because, I'm like, my man's gone. I'm like, and it's going crazy. Like every other day was a blockbuster story.
So we covered Kamala.
Man, they got Diddy back in the news. It's
what
crazy.
happened to Diddy?
Man, they finding out about some of allegedly finding out about some of Kim Porter's memoirs.
Oh,
and how he was going upside her head and stuff like that. So you can't call it yet because how you get a hold of them, who leaked them. We got to figure out all that stuff. But it's another whirlwind of that. You got another cop sock somebody in L.A. I think it was in L.A. Dude was handcuffed already. Cop is popping off. Dude say something slick. Cop fires on him. This just happened too. Fired on him, but it's all on camera though.
Bring on Barack Obama, Timo.
You already know.
Bring her on. Here she comes.
So that's gonna tell us a big story. That's gonna tell us a lot about who she really with because she traditionally on the side of the cops. So what story? What you gonna do? That's gonna tell us. That's gonna tell us a big
election.
story.
The cop or the criminal? Who we going with?
But it's the cop that put away too many people, Bookie.
And
she put away too many.
Could have let people out. That's
gonna hurt. Now she got my vote right now. Y'all know that. You know that. She got my vote. I'm holding my nose.
He let Kodak Black out.
Yeah. Oh no.
That's one for the culture. That's one for the culture.
45 let a lot of
got ASAP back from Sweden.
He let
a lot of
ASAP out too.
people of color out, bro.
But he couldn't get old girl out of Russia. But he got ASAP.
Well, Brittany, she didn't deserve to get let out of Russia.
Wait a minute, man.
She
hot.
She took weed over. You know you weren't supposed to do that, bro.
I'm telling
you break the law.
We in America just think the whole weed thing is just so
irrelevant. What y'all tripping on?
That's all normal, and I have more to say to that in the future as well.
Are you really going to try your luck in Russia?
Man,
out of all places,
bruh. All I'm saying is no.
She's not supposed to be in the gulag over
everybody.
They don't play that, bro. Just like Italy. Say you bring that fake meat over, you gonna be
she
doing the Brittany Griner. You bring that fake meat over there.
This is what
Italian
she used
person
to.
already told you.
She used to being in America where they're not gonna trip with you in most states. And literally, if you go from California to Nevada, you can have it on you and no problem. Right through the airport. Everything, no problem. Because you are literally in states who don't care about it. And you go into another state that don't really care about it. And spoken as a true soldier, trust me when I tell you, it is no issue with getting that from one state to another.
We're talking about Russia.
Listen, wait.
It's a different ball game.
Listen.
Putin ain't playing.
What I'm saying is,
man, they gave back.
She didn't get her
Russian James Bond to get her home, man.
She said she hated America before she left. Now she said, I love America. Yeah,
my point,
you do now.
Yeah, you do now. My point is that you can train yourself like that in America because you're used to moving like that. You're not no big deal. You have no idea that when you go to another country, how severe that is over there versus because you were trained here in America just going from state to state. Here, it is no issue.
It seemed like
Americans are spoiled, bro.
That seemed like a
no, we're wicked and horrible, Bookie, and we should have been tighter with a lot of our rules. We didn't.
Americans are entitled. God, you go over there with that. That's why I said they're gonna, bruh.
So you right.
If you would have brought them seeds over, we'd have been protesting free Jerrold, free 845. My man is locked up for some apple seeds.
I'm jammed up over here for some lemon seeds over here and some tangerine seeds.
My man trying to juice in the morning with them oranges he couldn't get over.
That man got a kiwi bird egg that he tried to sneak over.
Dude, that was another thing. The wattage is different, right? It's way faster, so I couldn't even plug up my clippers, even with the adapters in the wall. The wattage was still high, and my juicer ran super fast over there. It was hilarious. That's why. But so it ran. It's like first of all, the masticating juicers are just a big drill bit.
Yeah.
You just putting food in it, and it's just drilling it. And they got a little screen that could put a lot of pulp, or you can change. That's essentially what it is. That's all it is. It's a big drill bit, right? Mm-hmm. So it usually like, and it's real slow, and it's a grind or whatever. Man, that thing was over there.
Well, you travel with a juicer?
Nigga, on my mama, I travel with a juicer. What?
That man travel with a juicer.
Ain't nothing like
you the first person ever heard say that, bro.
Dude, whether I'm in the States or out of if I'm finna be gone for about a week plus, heck yeah, I travel with the juicer. Cause it's breakfast, bro. Mm-hmm. It's like you can blast yourself with so much nutrients once I figure that out. We care about our skin and what the things that people can see, but if you concentrate on your organs, like we never be like saying, "Hey, man, I want my gut to be good, or I want my intestines to be working premium." But once you discover what make them run premium, then you put it in your body, and then you see the results. And the dope thing about juicing is, if you do enough of it, it can replace a whole meal.
Yeah, you don't be hungry till like 1. This man don't never be hungry till like 2:00 in the afternoon,
and you be straight, and you be like working or whatever. Yeah. But I never forget, Joe Cross is the dude's name. Y'all can look it up, Joe Cross. And Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. You can watch it free on YouTube. Just watch the documentary and you'll see. The nigga went from one coast to the next. And he wasn't from here. He from Australia, which is ironic. And he made this recipe that doctors told him to do. Essentially, he had this like skin disease. And within, I think it was like 6 months, he didn't have that disease no more. And it was a trip because he knew it was improving him. And then when he went across the country in America to do it for other people, you notice it's documented that you see all of their health issues improving. And then people be asking me like, Jerrold, how'd you lose so much weight? How you stay with your, little regimen? And juicing got a lot to do with it. So what it has done is, though, the downside is if you go travel somewhere for a long time, like more than a week or so, I gotta take it with me because I'll do a week and then I'm cool because I'll buy juice somewhere locally typically. But if I'm going somewhere where I don't think they get down like that or have a lot of vegetables, because I be buying like turmeric too because I added that, and everywhere ain't got turmeric.
So all I need is a juicer and a shot of those Ozempic. And I walk around like The Rock.
You'll be your beat.
Give me some juice and Ozempic. I'll be The Rock in like 6 months.
You'll get your micronutrients, yes, and you'll drop weight. But what you'll be adding is so much like you giving your white. It's like you supercharging your white blood cells. That's a way to look at it.
The juice or the Ozempic?
The juice.
What's the Ozempic doing?
It's helping them lose weight. It'll curve your appetite.
Remember all them come up, y'all gonna have me.
But you're gonna be constipated though. You're gonna be dropping rocks. So they say after a while it's gonna be feeling like you.
Because I don't want you to get mesothelioma next year, Bookie. Because you took so much Ozempic.
Give me some Ozempic and some juice.
I wouldn't gamble with it because you don't really have to. You can just get active, bro, and just start cutting your portions down. I mean, if you really want to like lose weight, that's really all you got to do. A white lady told me this a long time ago. You just burn more than you earn, and once you set that up, once you start learning how much calories are and then learning how long it takes for you just in a 30-minute walk to burn it. And Bookie, because like you and I, we're much heavier than James, just walking will burn more in the beginning. That's a cheat code too. Yeah. You can go on an incline and go on a treadmill and you're going to burn a lot now. You're going to plateau at some point. Right. Probably within a couple months, you're going to plateau. But at that point, you're going to be done burn so much weight. You're going to be addicted to moving.
It's going to be a little easier to move, too.
It's going to be way easier to move. And then you can move
to whatever's next.
Exactly. So when I tell people, they be like, go Ozempic, no, you just go crazy and eat the same thing, but eat smaller portions of everything that you love to eat. Don't stop nothing. Like now I eat chicken and waffle. Well, now you're going to eat half of that waffle and a small piece of chicken, and there you go. You know what I'm saying? Essentially, that's how you eat that pigeon. And be like, boy, this tastes like foul.
Streaky meat and pigeon.
Streaky bacon. You want that streaky bacon.
Hey, switch up for me. I want to hear what y'all think about this Olympic stuff, man. I want to hear
Which
what y'all
part
think
of it?
about the Olympic stuff. Boy, they up in arms about this
Oh,
Last
yeah.
Supper.
Picture.
And they didn't.
What y'all think about stuff like that, period?
Yeah, I want to hear about
Well,
that.
first of all, tell me what it is.
So here's
Fill
what
me in.
happened. So the opening ceremony, I'm watching the opening ceremony, and then one of the artistic things that your man's put together was a depiction of the Last Supper.
How do we know that for sure? I've seen the picture, but is that what everybody was supposed to take from that? You're sure about that? We're positive about that.
Well, I think the Greek god that's supposed to be involved in the conversation is like a nod to the Olympics being a Greek history. You know, the Olympics is a Greek thing. So, and if you,
Gotcha.
They said that there was a connection between Da Vinci doing the Last Supper and the Dionysius pictures of what's called some kind of festival, which really like an orgy. It's really like a bisexual orgy going on that the original picture really talks about. So
Whoa.
either way they try to spin it.
Okay.
Either way they try to spin it, it's like it is involving the Last Supper. So we get that they making fun of the Last Supper, and I think the fact
so
that
that's clear.
I think they tried to dip out of it and say we didn't mean no harm.
Yeah.
But that's different from saying you didn't use a Christian image.
Gotcha.
And it was like transgenders.
Yeah.
Like,
and some of them
Zesty.
some of them that were in it from that community
Yes.
was like, and we've been wanting to be included for a long time. So the people that was actually in it, some of the actual people that was in that image, that was in that little celebration on that little catwalk, they've been speaking up like, yeah, we know what it was, and we've been wanting to be included for a long time. It's about time we got included in these conversations. So it's hard. They're making it harder for the creative director to tap out and like squirm out of it. Like he might be fair in saying I didn't mean no harm.
Yeah.
But he might not be able to say no harm was done. You know what I'm saying? If you took Da Vinci's picture and you folding in these Greek gods and stuff like that, it's still easy for people to get upset about you taking something that's sacred as the Last Supper and using it for whatever new social moment you want to have. My question to y'all is, this is my question. You tell me what you think. I have a hard time being upset with stuff like this. And I'm not saying that's right. I'm just being honest. Like this ain't a hill to die on for me.
I'm glad I
What you
didn't step
think?
on. I'm glad I didn't step on what you was about to say.
Why? Go ahead.
Because I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah?
I think, all right, this is a cheat code. I really believe this is a super Christian cheat code. If we want to start being taken more seriously, period, I think we should just start skipping these conversations and just let them go. Because I think it's used to antagonize. And we are low-key promotion for a lot of people. And so let's just stop getting interested in that. We know the devil want to poke fun or whatever. So I'm going to dip out of all the conversations and I'm just going to serve the Lord. I'm going to go 10 toes hard with my church. I'm going to value him. I'm going to show him being most valued. And I'm going to love on my brother and sister, and the world going to look on and say, man, they must be godly. Look how they loving on each other, right? Not my commentary about the latest whack thing you do to try to diss Christianity for whatever reason. People have many reasons. Oh, because of how it was forced on me, and Catholicism, and we be like, well, we ain't the same as them, and it's for all kind of reasons people do this. I just say focus on what the main, keeping the main thing, and not just popping up every time somebody do this, because they do this just to get us talking, because we help move whatever's happening.
Yeah, but that's
movie,
that's what makes
Olympic, music, whatever. It's always some form of entertainment that it's happening around. Then we go, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's not bad.
So look,
we're gonna
I got
do
you,
that.
but look, this is why I need to ask about it, because I'm conflicted. Because part of me, like, I lean that way already.
For sure,
I lean that way. But then you see scriptures like, don't participate in the works of darkness, but instead expose them. So that's leaving me like I'm not naturally going that way. I'm not going to naturally participate, but I'm not going to naturally try to expose it either. Yeah. You feel me? So I feel like what you're saying makes sense to me, but I'm real like I'm nervous that's my first instinct is like, why y'all tripping? My instinct is like, what are y'all tripping on? Like, I'm not saying I don't think that's always good.
I don't go that far. I will say I know why. I'm just saying what our response should be at this time. Understanding I've been on the planet long enough to know these games that people play in America when it comes to Christianity. And one thing is, if you want to get something promoted, we can always take a stab at this group. And they know that, and we bite every time. And we put thing up.
Bite every time.
And they know it, and it's a booby trap. So I'm aware of that. So what I do is I just don't promote it. I just don't say nothing else to it. I don't be like, I'm mad at it because you add to it when you do that. I'm hardcore believe, like when you really want to stump something out and you really don't believe in nothing, and I swear you can check my timeline on Facebook right now. When I really don't believe something and I don't like nothing, I never speak on it. That's
So,
just
Bookie,
my.
do you
that's
watch?
my thing. Now, if it's injustice and it's something that I believe I need to speak on, that's what you'll see on there. But
that's
you gonna
not
see
the same conversation.
But you gonna see on
Injustice
the time.
that's not the same conversation at all.
I know.
Because that's a real human
Exactly.
who has been violated or
And
murdered.
I'm not just talking
That's
about black
not
people. I'm
ever
just
the
talking
same.
about in all areas, all kind of injustice in all areas.
But they're
And-
not the same. These are not injustices.
Yes.
We're not talking about an injustice right now. We're talking about something that you thought was disrespectful.
Yep.
That's not the same thing.
Nope.
Because nobody's been harmed.
No.
Let's be clear.
Exactly.
Nobody's
And-
been hurt or killed.
But somebody has been promoted, is my point.
What you mean?
Meaning that we're talking about it because they did that, so we'll be talking about it.
Okay, but
That's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
injustice
Something-
is something that that's not the same conversation. Now,
'Cause that's
and
a threat to
I wish they
everybody.
wouldn't do that whataboutism stuff. Like
Exactly.
I saw something that said like if you only mad about the Olympics and you're not mad
that's
about
what that mean.
Sonia Massey,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
then something is wrong. I'm like, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah.
I kind of
do.
agree with that, but I don't want to discount my brothers who's really upset about God being disrespected, because no matter how the creative director
If
tries
you-
to square him out of it, hear me out. No matter how the creative director tries to square him out of it, he used something that people take seriously. And here's what I noticed: when Muslims get down like that, they disrespect is taken seriously. Ours seem to be different, Bookie. That's why I was going to ask you, like,
Because
Is
they
that-
know we to turn the other cheek, folks. Bookie, what you think?
It don't. So this is my thing. I lean more to you on your side. That I just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when I see on social media, like I seen a post where somebody posted about it, right?
Yeah.
And then they were saying that that Christians were mad at this ceremony, this and that, but this is not really what it was. No, we can't be delusional.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
They
No,
were
that's
hating.
what it was.
that's what it
Yeah.
was.
That's what it was.
And I
You know
tried
what I'm saying?
I tried to be on that other side for a while. Like, come on, is
Like,
that really ours? Is everything about us?
Yeah.
But go ahead.
That's
but
what I was making sure.
Yeah, that's what it was. And so it's like both of y'all on the extreme side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm looking at it like this. So do we watch the Olympics? What did that got to do with the USA basketball team playing South Sudan? You know what I'm saying?
But that's a real question, though.
Yeah, I know.
That can't be
Yeah.
a dismissive question. That
That's
got to
what-
be
that's
a
what I'm
real
asking.
question. Do we
And-
keep watching?
And this is my next question to that. I believe it was Kendrick. I don't know if Nas did it. Somebody else did it. A couple other people did it with the crown of thorns on their head.
Yeah, that was Kendrick.
That was Kendrick.
Yeah, and it was a couple other rappers that did it too.
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
He wasn't the first.
Nas was on
Nas was
Cross,
on
yeah.
one,
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yep.
Kanye.
Machiavelli, Tupac Machiavelli.
Kanye
I believe it
did
was.
too.
Kanye did. So do we not
Gang of
listen to?
people.
Do we listen to those albums also?
A lot of people don't. Yeah,
That's
a
what
lot of people.
I'm-
A lot of people draw the line there. That's true.
Yeah.
So what do we say to them?
That's
That's
and
one of my
thing.
questions.
So
well,
is it?
Nas did this on his video. He put a disclaimer at the beginning, like, I'm not trying to do that to disrespect, because he was hanging from a cross and he had the thorns on everything. But he did put a disclaimer like, "Yo, I am not trying to be sacrilegious or nothing, with this, whatever. I'm not saying that makes a difference."
But why do it? You can't do nothing
but
else.
Listen, no, I'm
You can't be
acknowledging.
hanging by
I'm
from a
acknowledging.
train?
Yeah, I'm not acknowledging that.
Yeah,
that I'm being disrespectful. I'm just saying they treating me like Jesus, so I'm dressing up like his situation. But I don't mean any disrespect. I'm saying, okay, that's probably very whack. But I'm saying he's acknowledging that there's going to be an issue, because it does. This is what this. Anytime somebody depicts themselves like what would be their equivalent to God, because that's what he's thinking. Because I know these people believe this was an act of God in this moment, and
Right.
now I'm dressing like him
Yeah.
in that moment. But I promise you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Now, from a unbelieving standpoint, I can see why they would take that route, and I would appreciate that. I'm not saying I agree. I'm just saying, you try to do something versus doing what the Olympics did, and they didn't put this out like this part is going to be probably offensive to. They just did it, and of course, what did it do though? It just helped promote the moment. I feel. And it's the same thing Nas shoots for. I think it's the same thing. What is the drive to be provocative?
That's for sure. He said that. It's shock. He said it was like the creative director was like, I definitely wanted to shock, but I didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings.
Why they never do that with the Muslim religion though?
They tried him. They tried him a couple times. It don't work out
because
you can't leave the house after you finish messing with them.
Listen,
hello.
You can draw a cartoon. They think you drawing a cartoon disrespecting Allah.
That's what I'm saying. That was my point.
And you will come up missing.
That's my point.
You be like, America saved me, and I'm not even American.
I'm not even American.
That's my point.
Do y'all, I've been on the other side of this.
You've been in Dearborn, Michigan.
Hey, y'all remember that?
You know they don't play that.
Listen.
I've been on the other side of this, Jay.
Dearborn, dude, you going to feel some kind of way. You going to roll down they downtown, and you're going to see giant Muslim flags.
Oh, yeah. I know.
You ain't going to know what to do. You're going to be like, you think you feel weird when it's a whole street of American flags.
Yeah.
You think you feel weird when you see that. When you see nothing but the Muslim flag in the neighborhood, you be like, where am I?
Yeah.
You go down there.
I think I'm Motor City.
During Ramadan. You be the only black dude from Compton during Ramadan because you ain't going to play with them.
And guess what they
you
don't?
You going to be involved.
And I'm going to tell you how.
James ain't ate in 48 hours.
Let me tell you what they didn't have in they section. No streaky bacon. No pork bacon at all.
Oh, where you talking about? You been to Dearborn?
Yes,
he was down at Dearborn.
I was staying in Dearborn.
Oh,
yeah.
Well,
See, a lot of people don't know about Dearborn, and when he said he was there, I was like, oh, that's a Muslim. That's a Muslim city. They ain't playing.
Mushrooms are also legal too. I'll tell that story in another time. But mushrooms are also legal in Dearborn. But beside that, let's set that
man,
aside.
do y'all remember when they dropped Black Jesus?
Listen,
man.
I'm telling you, James, when it's predominantly Muslim, we're not used to that. I'm telling you, because the law, it's like in a section, the laws have changed.
Yeah, they go by that Sharia law. They're not playing. They have different rules from the rest of the United States.
Anything that got their name on it, I can guarantee you ain't no pork in there. Nothing. And then they do the the meat halal style, which is draining, just pretty much killing the animal, but you drain the blood in such a way that it does taste different.
No, that's good.
It's like, man,
That's
Jesus would be proud of y'all. Y'all preserved something that they was probably doing when he was walking around. Now
I want to talk about this outrage though. That's why I brought it up.
Okay,
do y'all remember when they dropped that Black Jesus show? That Black Jesus show.
Mm-hmm.
Now look,
and I was in a full outrage. Do you remember that?
I couldn't do it, and to this day, I still can't.
Yeah,
I didn't like that at all. Not even a little bit. And I like some wild comedy, y'all.
It was filmed in Compton too.
I listen. Yeah, I listen to some of the wildest stuff, but it's like I draw a line. I don't.
Do you remember how crazy I went on that? You remember that?
Did.
I started a website. I started a whole campaign to get this Black Jesus out of here. And Jay kept telling me I don't know if that's really the way you want to go. I was like, I got to get this off my chest. Jesus,
I hated it, but I didn't tell any people.
Stop. Yeah, you couldn't stop.
I didn't tell other people how much I hated it. That because I feel like I don't want to give it no kind of promo unless I was like 50 Cent and I could really shut it down. But I'm not at that point. I'm just a regular dude with a regular job, which if I talk about something I hate, it's going to raise some eyebrows and people going to be like, oh, well, let's see why this Christian guy hates this.
Yeah.
And then, I think it's funny. I think you're lame for not. I just promoted it. I'm a shady mule. So guess what? I'm cutting the course off.
I learned that the hard way.
It's not going to come with me.
I learned that the hard way. Remember that I was posting on Facebook. I was posting. I had the website. I was calling Paramount. And it's kind of like God was just like, all right, get this out your system, fam. And it's almost like a boxer. I just punched myself tired. Yep. I was just punching and punching and punching. And I finally got to the place. I couldn't get through the Paramount. I couldn't get through the nothing. That show went on without me. Now, I felt like the show was foul, totally blasphemous.
I did too.
But then I felt like, man, but I spent a lot of energy just making it known that I don't like this. But you know what, Jay?
And at the same time,
y'all let me get that off. Y'all didn't. Nobody stopped me. A couple people was like, "Are you sure this is what you want to do?" And I was like, "I think so." But I punched myself tired quickly.
You followed your convictions. It is what it is.
The show went on. Show syndicated now.
It is.
The
And like
show
I
went
said,
on
I
without it.
still don't rock with it. On my
Yeah.
boredest day, I'm like, that's not him, bruh. Because
Yeah, I'm not even-
I saw enough to be like, bruh,
That's fine.
Jesus is not pleased with this.
Yeah, that's
Trust
not cool.
me.
Man, I be, you know what I think about?
What?
I'm like, bruh, this gonna play a judgment day for you.
Yeah,
Like,
for a lot of people,
Yo.
everybody involved in that show, and all I would pray is that he have mercy on everybody. They don't get what they would deserve.
he was sleeping around. He was
producing.
getting drunk, getting high. He was scamming people. He was shady. That Jesus was shady.
Right,
man.
well, I
and it
would-
was supposed to be a joke, like Jesus regular.
like, bruh, you go to a special pocket in hell. like you go to a special pocket.
But I did learn, like what you
That's
said the hard
crazy,
way. I
bro.
learned what you said the hard way. It was like, I'm outraged, but am I getting anything accomplished by like focusing and like stewing in my outrage? And it at first it felt like I was,
Of course.
and then when you start to
Because
really,
it's the right thing, right?
it's a right thing.
It's a right
It's
thing.
a right
And
thing.
you feel that this is a publicly displayed thing. And I'm American, so it is so American for me to publicly display my disagreement with it
Yeah.
as well in this democratic society where we vote for the people that we like and we talk bad about the people that we hate. That's
And
just
we
what
vote
do.
with our wallets. Like you just let's not watch this. Let's
Exactly.
not watch nothing they do.
Exactly. And we vote
That
with our
type
wallet.
stuff.
And that's the point right there, James. Is what I'm trying to get my people to see, bro.
What you mean? What you mean? Go ahead. Get
We
in the
got
bag.
so much power.
Yeah, we do.
And the black community is like the top consumer in America.
We keep it going.
Bruh.
We're not the top consumer in America. No.
We're not the top because we're not the most.
It's not a
but
What are you talking
Well,
about?
as far as
But
like
we spend a lot of money.
in certain industries.
yes, we do spend a lot of money.
Entertainment, like we spend a lot of money. We can make things happen, bro.
Bruh.
Why do you think they want the black folks so much?
I don't.
Who,
They want it
who you
right
think
now.
keeping like Nike and all of this going besides like the athletes? We promote who your top athletes wearing all of them is LeBron James, all these guys
Top.
are black. They're the top athletes.
Top.
They're promoting these brands, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If you say, look, we're not doing this unless things change, just like I tell them about
But
I
like-
tell them about even when we go to these schools, they're mad at Florida, they're mad at Alabama, this and that. Well, stop going there.
Yeah.
Why are the top 20 recruits going to Florida and going to Alabama, going to Georgia? If you don't like what's going on over there,
Go to HBCU.
go to HBCU.
All y'all go together.
Now you got to respect them. If
Yeah.
the top 20 people, look at a basketball team.
Yeah.
It's only like 11, 15 on a roster.
Yeah.
In a college. The top 5, 6 recruits go to one HBCU, the next 6 top recruits go to another one. You got to play them.
Yeah.
You got to show them on CBS
Yeah.
because ain't nobody at Duke. Ain't nobody at North Carolina.
They gonna have a contract.
And this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
We hold a lot of pull when it comes to money.
I do believe that.
We hold a lot of pull, especially in this
Because
entertainment
we have
sports.
spending power. Yep.
Yes.
And then like he's saying, a lot of the lead athletes are African American.
African American. So you can change the dynamics of a whole lot.
But what he's asking them to do is all of those athletes leave and then go over here to the brand new Negro League. Oh, by Tyler Perry and Stevie Wonder. ain't nobody trying to do
Hey,
that.
but you know what?
Ain't nobody
the
trying
Negro
to do
leagues
that.
were thriving back in the day. They were thriving.
But Negroes know they finna take a pay cut if they go to that league.
Is
They
it-
already
but is
know.
it worth? Is it worth your
That's like-
integrity though? You know
That's
what I'm saying? Is it worth you having?
Bookie. That's like telling everybody to leave the NBA and go play at the Big Three with
Yeah.
Ice Cube. That dude, it ain't finna happen.
Everybody join the Big Three.
Everybody join the Big Three right now and just
Like,
leave the
what is-
NBA.
what is the NFL
LeBron,
without
Bronny,
Patrick
everybody,
Mahomes?
everybody leave and go. That's what you asking, and that's the problem. They like
You think it's not possible? We did it before.
we didn't experience it,
We
so that's
did
the
it-
problem.
we did it
Unfortunately,
before.
What
We
you
did-
talking about? A bus boycott or
No,
something?
he's
What
talking
you
about the
I'm
Negro
talking about
League.
like the Negro leagues and all that. We were that's
'Cause
why they came and got black people out of the Negro leagues.
because they were seeing such amazing talent.
Yeah.
I agree with him.
It took they snatched one person out the
And then he kicked in the door.
Yeah, they took Jackie,
Yep.
Jackie in the Major League Baseball, and then it shut down on the whole.
They said
Jackie leave for a bigger check?
Listen,
It was like
Was it a bigger check?
listen.
it was a bigger check. But look, That's what I'm saying. Are you going to actually sell yourself?
Comedian Bill Burr said at that moment when Jackie hit that baseball, he was like, all the white people was like, well, that's it. Yeah, we gotta go find something else. And then maybe we'll just own the team. Like, once that was it, and then black people started get it, we started dominating the game. People of color started dominating that game, and it wasn't. He's like, before that, I mean, wasn't no black people in the game. And the thing that unfortunately pushed that was white people believing they couldn't be with black people mixing.
Yeah, they couldn't be in the same pool.
So you couldn't be in the pool. You can't be in the same shower. Like
water couldn't touch.
Like we couldn't touch like
It's
that. Like
weird.
no, that was the thing that was keeping us out. And then he get in there and they see all that talent. It was a wrap.
Bookie's a lot of us
that's
that
the
are
same thing
down
happened
for
with.
that, but
Think about it. That's the same
They
thing.
looking at that dollar, bro.
That's the same thing happened in basketball. When you go back to the black and white tapes of basketball, it is nothing but white people out there just going at it. I'm talking about right after it stopped being a basket and it was like now it became circular. Then it was like we got out
Who
there,
bring excitement? They bring excitement to the game.
and all of a sudden we going through our legs.
Exactly. Yeah.
I would let me say you, Bookie, and you ain't arguing with me.
from the free throw line.
I've been 100% on your side with this the whole time. I would
Yeah.
love to see it. I would love to see it. I would love to see the sacrifice that would have to be made too. Like it would take so much for this to happen.
You heard what I said.
I would love to see it.
Ain't
It would
nobody-
shake the whole economy because if you added in entertainment, it would shake the entire economy. You'd have Beyonce, Jay-Z, Kendrick, LeBron, Patrick Mahomes. You'd have all the baseball players. Like I can't even name all the people that would be involved. It would shake the economy because the economy
You would need all those people involved.
all kinds of
And
Denzel.
The minorities in Major League Baseball, a lot of them are Dominican, Puerto Rican.
most of them now.
That's us. That
Absolutely.
count.
That's what I'm
That's-
saying.
that's-
That when I
that'd
say
be us.
minority, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's us.
And then what you gonna do? Like, come on, man.
And it's not like you would be boxing out the non-blacks that be like, well, I'm with y'all.
Exactly.
I'm with y'all too. It would be plenty of people we've always had non-blacks with us in every moment, every movement.
Just like all the dudes who played for the Clippers when your boy was over there tripping.
Sterling?
Sterling was tripping.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? Like, nah, we not playing.
Did you watch Clip?
Wow.
I haven't
Hey,
watched
Clipped
it.
is crazy.
Hey, it's
My
good.
homeboy
I
was
seen
part of that
one.
trial though.
It's
He was in the jury. He told me about it.
Oh
Wow.
Don't say that. Don't tell nobody else that.
So if you see the movie,
He seen it, yeah.
don't tell nobody else that.
He said it. They're like,
Hey,
he told me about.
I
the
would
whole
love to see
situation,
that, bro. I would love to see that. That's an economy shift. That's $1 trillion shift.
It would be,
It's
but
$1 trillion shift.
Exactly.
people
would
ain't
be
gonna trust.
so
Yeah,
dope.
that's a lot of money, but it's gonna be hard for that first generation to take that.
Check
leap.
this out.
It is
But
possible.
a
though.
lot of them is billionaires. LeBron is a billionaire. That's,
Can we just do
Byron Allen?
Dream World real fast?
Yeah, but
Let's
see
see
who
if I-
wants to pay for the Byron Allen Oprah?
Byron
league?
Allen, Oprah, Tyler Perry, LeBron. Who I leave out?
Jay.
Thomas Smith.
Magic
Jay-Z.
Johnson.
Magic
And
Johnson.
Magic.
No, what's Robert
Like,
Smith the one to be giving out
Oh
scholarships?
yeah, Robert. Yeah,
Robert
Robert
Smith.
Smith.
I ain't named half of the people that could come
these
in.
are billionaires.
That's a B.
These are billionaires.
Who else?
It's
People that ain't
yeah.
gonna tell you their name because they
Maxine
smart.
Waters, she needs to be involved. That was for Bookie. That was for Bookie. I just threw that in there.
You gotta throw
But look-
Obama. The Obama's gotta
Obama.
help. Let him help. Let him help.
Maxine got to put her name in
This
there.
is one-
She got to get some people from
this-
the community involved. She got to create some jobs.
The
for
Obama's help, Bookie. Let him help.
They can help.
They can help.
But nah, this what I'm saying.
Don't think Gates
Look.
and them wouldn't help. Would you let Gates help?
Who? Oh man.
Nah,
Look,
Soros wanna help too.
He
Let's
want to
talk-
provide the barbecue. Boogie gonna be like, nah, and I'm certainly not helping set up either.
50? Hey, you gotta put 50 in there, bro. You gotta put 50 in there for sure.
Boogie said no meat, and I'm not setting up.
50 on the bench, but he could be.
Nah,
could
he
ride
not there yet.
50
50's on
got,
the
no, I'm
bench.
saying this is what
He on a roll.
No, listen.
But he about to make his studio.
This'll help-
What-
Listen to what I'm saying.
This'll
I'm
help
thinking on the
Diddy,
other
too.
side of that, he gonna
Give me
be there.
hold on, give me 1 second.
I'm walking with
Let's
you.
think
go.
about this.
All right.
All right. We just all watched that Tyler Perry movie, right? But this is what I'm thinking.
Here we go.
So what if you take all this talent that we said,
Yeah.
Tyler Perry actually go get some real directors and what I'm
Writers.
saying? Writers and all that.
Sheesh.
The Singletons and all these other people. You know what I'm saying?
You guys didn't like his last movie? Go ahead.
No, but I'm saying you create the studios and all this, and then you just fill it with minorities, and y'all create the movies, the series, and all that. What they gonna do?
He got
all the. What are you gonna do? You got Denzel. You got all these other, the Michael B. George. You got all these people, all these minorities. With in this one studio, you creating all these series, all these films. But I'm saying you got all these billionaires, like we said.
Yeah, you're right.
So why you need Paramount Studios and all that?
Don't, because his studios is bigger than all of them put together.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying.
I love it.
Do you know what that shift looks like?
I love it. It'd be $1 trillion shift. Easy.
Come on, man.
Easy. It's $1 trillion shift.
He should do that.
It's 500.
It's all
and when I'm talking
right
about 50 got the #1 series on streaming services.
Listen, 50,
right? Yeah.
50 is going to build his studio right now. He was already seen with Tyler Perry recently and talking about, go to his Instagram, talking about, I'm putting the final pieces together to understand this new, venture or something to that degree that I'm in or whatever. Tyler finna tell him what to do to that studio to get all that money, to get every little dollar, because that's what you be needing. And what I understand, even with small business, is you need people who are already in the inside that's like really accomplished in what you're doing and help you get all the money that you wouldn't even see that was available when you got in it. You might have got in it to movies, like for example, for 50, I might have got in and just wanting to sell my stories and make movie money. But then I realized, how much money I can make not only from the film, but actually owning the actual studios too. Like how much money they make, because you're renting it out to everybody. All kind of people who need studios, you're renting out the space. So it was dope when 50 came to his studio. Tyler Perry in the intro of it changed all of this little banner or something that's in the front of it. And we went to the studio one time. I think he was was there when we were in Atlanta. And it was all changed to 50 Cent. It was like, welcome to 50 Cent and G, and it was dope when he rolled up. And it was just dope to see how a black man can be like that with another black man and going like, dang, he probably finna put him on. And then seeing him go and build his studio and get all the bread that he can get. Man. And then you just keep passing that on. So what my point is, in due time, I think we will get to that league. But what we had to learn how to do first.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
I think we can get to what we talking about?
Yeah, but it would be like Bronny and them and his kid with if he keeps going at this pace, because you need all that support. And my point is that we're on the same trajectory that I think the Jews were, because they were treated in a similar fashion.
That's facts.
And so we're doing that. We're just and now it feels like, and then they wonder why those people are so together and like, nah, we ain't trusting. We gotta. But look how people was doing them.
You made us do that.
Exactly.
And you know who they work with? They work with the black entertainment that the power class didn't want. And they built Paramount, Universal, MGM, and all the other stuff that's powerhouse now.
And we've taken enough notes now, and now we're on that. But yeah, we will one day, I believe, have that, because we have this history of making everybody else rich. So.
But we had that.
Man, y'all crazy.
They Harlem Renaissance.
They gonna shoot somebody.
No, it's
not.
That. The only reason, James, that won't happen is because we've been having more brown babies populating around.
Man, you talking about that, man? Just a few minutes ago, you said if somebody took $300 million out their pocket, they would get the shooting, and that's what you talking about.
Absolutely.
You talking about taking $300 trillion out their pocket?
You're absolutely
and
right.
somebody gonna get the shooting.
And it's gonna be
absolutely right.
Tulsa, Oklahoma Part 2. They gonna
how you gonna blow up all of Atlanta?
And that's sad. Listen,
with the internet, you can't blow up Atlanta with the internet now.
That's sad, but you're true when you think about it. That was
because that's the first place they got a bomb is Atlanta.
Yes,
that's where everything will be at.
You gotta take out Chocolate City
from Atlanta all the way to North Carolina.
Yes,
from Atlanta all the way to North Carolina.
Let me tell you, the Carolinas got some different black folks. They was kind of like them black folks, them folks that we seen in Savannah when we was in Georgia.
Yeah,
the what's them people called?
Geechee Gullas.
The Geechee Gullas.
Because they in the Carolinas heavy too.
They have their African heritage. That's why they're so different from us. They know who they are.
Niggas be saying too many spirits though. One too many spirits for me. Too much spirit talk. For real, man. I'm telling you, we went on a tour when we was there. Man. Oh, the such and such spirit, they just too loose with it. And they be selling it to you like it just is what it is. Be like, you know what?
Well, that's just
y'all dancing with demons and I don't want to.
Just a fantasy.
I want no parts of that.
I would love that, bro. That would be so dope. And
what's that?
The dope part, just dreaming like that, just like what if the people that really moved the culture shifted it to the point where no, we gonna make the decisions now. Because with minorities, we typically don't just box everybody out. We say, no, come on, y'all. Y'all come too. Y'all Asians come with us.
I'm going to tell you right
y'all
now.
Latinos come with us.
I'm not even with that kind of program at this point. Now, granted, that'll be wonderful. God bless y'all. But I'm going to tell you, I'd rather just go somewhere else. Bump that.
You on the Marcus Garvey?
Yeah.
You want to start a new joint?
Nope. I just want to go to China and be a superhero. They'd be like, dang, we could they don't never have no black people in certain places. I've seen this on TikTok. And they look at you like, man, you a celebrity. They want to take pictures with you.
Japan paying $70,000 for a kid. $70,000 for a black kid.
You gonna go over there and start breeding? What are you talking about, man? What is your problem?
I'm going over there. Me and my wife, we going over there being superstars. Like everywhere we go, they like, oh man, I'm going where there's no black people. So it don't. What I'm saying is, I won't care about no league like that. Where I'm headed, I do not care
this
about.
This is why the dream would never be fulfilled.
Man.
People like
you said, I'm so exhausted.
Man,
from
solo. It took him 2 minutes to be like, I'm out.
Nah,
I'm gonna go solo.
It took me my third country.
God be with you.
And I said, nah, it's other games.
This man gonna get Fred Hampton shot. He gonna get him killed.
Out. I'm so exhausted.
Maybe we can just go over and take over Epstein Island and just create our own country.
Man.
Hey man, people be having island money though. Epstein ain't the only one that's buying an island. Your boy, even though he was getting hating on lately, he got an island too. What's his name? Jay Prince.
Who got an island?
Prince got an island, bro.
Oh wow.
He got an island. He's on bison. These be doing the most, but they figure out how to make money.
Find out where Russell Simmons at.
Hey, these people need to clear their name, bro.
Russell Simmons,
all of them need to get in on the Bookie. They all got to be in because they got to help clear their name.
Yeah.
Simmons come with the millions. Diddy bring in millions.
Russell Simmons is sitting around sipping.
Nah, Diddy not allowed.
It's restitution. It's restitution. It's the least you can do.
Diddy's the one that bites the fruit in the garden. He like, nah, you can't come, dog. You gonna bring turmoil sin to the island. You will surely die. You bring this man over, man.
Listen.
Live in the States.
Hey man, he owe us tax. He just brought this. He took the race back 20 years just with his foolishness. He owe us.
Ooh, yeah, 3 hours.
Hey man. Hey, we going hard. We missed each other. It's all good.
God.
I missed y'all.
Hey.
I'm glad we was able to hang out this long.
Oh my God, this is funny.
It's all good. But as we feel the time nearing, we don't want to go beyond it. We know it's that time for us to now bring it in.
Man, we went about 20 topics. We was all over the place.
We did.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
We had world news tonight.
Exactly. But I'm glad y'all still rocking with us, and hit us up on the social handles. We'll be pushing hard this week, getting y'all to listen. So
shout out to all the holy Cougars.
Yes.
Make sure y'all listening.
Yes,
we're gonna bring some of the fellas around.
Hey,
I'm raising my glass.
Really bad date night.
really bad date night.
All right, y'all. Everybody raise a toast. Raise a toast. Come here. Let us. We all fall, but we say don't trip. We've all been called, but all stall a bit. We all stand tall until that time we slip. Just admit, without the grace of God,
I'm really bad at this.
All right.
Good night.